What's up, everybody? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Hi, UTA. Hi, everybody. Hi, YouTube. Hi, TikTok. Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm just going to be live for about an hour. And I thought I'd commiserate as Liverpool have officially won the league. Hello, Yvonne. Yeah, Napoli. And yeah, Inter has bottled. Or looking like they'll bottle. So it's crazy. Crazy scenes. Crazy scenes. But here we are. Here we are, guys. Everything's fine, okay? Don't you worry. Don't you worry. Oh, McTominay? Yeah, he's doing well at Napoli. Yeah, he's doing well. Forget Liverpool. You should be congratulating Rasmus. That's 4 goals this season. That's 1 goal every other month. Listen, don't get me started on Rasmus because I have some words for Rasmus. Okay, I have some words. Did you guys see his Instagram post, by the way? Did you see this man's Instagram post? Crazy. I'm sure Rasta stocks. I'm sure. None of us are happy. Okay. None of us are happy. None of us are happy today. Yeah, Rasmus. He posted on his IG talking about, I know he wanted to win, but I needed this. Sir. Sir, what are you talking about, respectfully? What are you talking about? You know what we needed all season? You to score goals. Huh? How about that? How about that? How about that? Okay? I'm tired. I'm so tired. I'm so tired. I can't do this anymore. I cannot do this anymore. But how are you guys doing? Happy Sunday. I'm probably going to be live for just about an hour, potentially, depending on how things play out. We'll see. Hi, Gigi. Congrats to you, Gigi. Congrats to you. Congrats to you. Yeah. Hoyland messed up your FPL points. He did. He messed him up. He messed him up. He needed this, so he thinks it's all about him. His valuation won't go any higher. I don't. Sometimes I just wish these athletes just would just read the room for just a little bit. And again, it just proves even more that the self-awareness of our players is non-existent. Non-existent. Because there's no need to post that. Sorry. I'm glad he didn't do his little gladiator celebration because he doesn't deserve that, honestly. Nobody's scared of you. Oh, you hit Evan Linson. I don't even know how to say his name. But yeah, he got sent off. He got sent off. That game was such a mess. Oh, goodness. It was such a mess. Such a mess. Such a mess. Rasta Stocks, are you at work? Thursday is going to be peak. Thursday is going to be peak. I'd sell Garnacho to watching him today. Thursday will be boring. I don't think it'll be boring. I don't think it'll be boring. I don't think that's possible. Big up, Brush. Big up, Brush. Big up, Brush. Yeah, Jay, yeah. Liverpool gets their second Premier League title. Let me be petty. Let me be petty, okay? Liverpool gets their second Premier League title. And that's all I have to say. That is all I have to say. What's up, Suma? What's up? What is up? I'm going to remember these moments, though. I'm going to remember, what am I trying to say? I'm going to remember, yeah, we need to get our UCLs up. I'm happy for you on a personal level. I hate your club. Big up, big up. Yeah, Rasta, you can join. Anyone can join if you want to slide on through and commiserate. I don't know if a Liverpool fan will join. Just be happy and hate us again. Listen. 2 evils, okay? Man City, Liverpool, okay? 2 evils. It doesn't matter. I just can't be happy. Yeah, it's on YouTube, Gigi. I would love for you to. You just make us all sad. That's what we're here for. We're here to commiserate. I don't even know what's going to happen Thursday. How can we predict anything with this team? I don't know. At least Spurs lost. Spurs got cooks. Can we talk about it? I'm feeling they scored too early. I'm just like, Solanke just scored way too early. He scored way too early. No congrats to Liverpool. My son about to run the 4x1, but I'll hop on for a sec from the car. Yes. Good luck to him. Yeah, Liverpool are champions. Liverpool are champions. So we're here, everybody. We're here. We're here. Can we talk about the Bournemouth game as well, please? Because what was that? We're so bad. We're so bad. We're so bad. I also put Udogi in my FPL team. Oh, did you? And he got an own goal. Dang, you messed up. Big up, Rusty Stock. How are you?
What's going on, Sunshine? Oh my God,
Laugh and cry.
the pain. Yeah, if I have to laugh because if I cry, I'm not gonna stop. The pain, and I emphasize on the pain.
Yeah.
I'm 31 years old. Ending of August this year, I'm turning 32, and this is the worst United side I've seen in my entire life. Like when I was a kid, my uncle introduced me to football. I said, "What team is playing?" United. When you're a kid, you can't really tell adults what you want to watch, so you have to watch what they're watching. I became fully vested in United since I was 7 years old. I've seen us. I've seen us lose to Chelsea, lose to Arsenal,
GG.
but this one hurts the most. This hurts the most. Oh, it's like the words I want to say, Sky. I can't. I'm severely wounded. And yesterday, Los Blancos, man.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was the icing on the cake for me yesterday. I'm like, why Los Blancos? Why? Oh man, Sky. But other than that, Sky, what's going on?
Nothing much. Shout out to you. Thanks for joining. Yeah, no, I feel you. I think it's difficult too because you just see all of these teams like playing well. Like I think that's the hardest thing for me is how poorly we play football. That to me is what's hard, is because we can't even beat Bournemouth. Okay. We're struggling against these European League sides that aren't even that good. And it's hard to watch. I don't know. I'm banning that person. They're being weird.
I'm not gonna lie, Sky. I just feel like the more I see Rasmus Højlund on the pitch, the more upset I get.
Yeah.
And it's like we are linked to what Cunha and the lap, right?
Yeah.
And a team that's more worse than us that got relegated. So we're going after a relegation player. Relegation player, by the way. You feel me? That used to play for Manchester City, right? We're going for him instead of going for a serious goal scorer that scored 35 goals this season, as much as it's the Turkish league. This player won the league already in Syria. We need a proven goal scorer, and this ownership is going to go after Delap. Delap.
I don't necessarily think there's an issue with the lap unless it's like it depends on how much it is, right? Like, because I don't want us wasting any more money. I think for me that's where I'm at. If we can get Delap, if we can get Cunha, if we can get these players on like wages that make sense, I'm okay with it. It's when we're spending 80 mil on a Hoyland where we have to stop doing, or however much Mount was, or things like that.
Yeah, but for me, Sky, like we need a proven goal scorer.
Yeah.
How many goals has Delap scored? I don't really know. I don't really watch Ipswich Town. Only time I watch them unless we played against them, right? But we need somebody that's a proven goal scorer that's gonna teach Erasmus Hoyland how to score because he cannot score.
But I don't want the lap if we don't get Cunha. Like, if we don't get Cunha, I don't want the lap for that reason.
True.
Because Cunha has
I like the Delap idea. I actually like the Delap idea, but not the Cunha. Sorry, Cunha idea. Cunha idea. I don't really like Delap, honestly. But me and you are not in charge of the board. We don't make the decisions. We're just fans and spectators. But I'm telling you, this Europa League game on Thursday, I don't care what we have to do. What if we have to use the dark arts or something? We need to go to that final. I'm not accepting anything going to the final and win. I'm not accepting that.
Yeah.
Because Sky.
Yeah. I think for me
today,
like the hardest thing too, again with me for our game was the lineup. Like, I don't understand why Amorim went so strong when he didn't need to. And again, he had Tito on the bench, he had Amos on the bench, Fredericks on the bench, people who all did well versus Wolves. I don't understand why he thought he had to go so strong versus Bournemouth. It made no sense to me. And then his subs, he brings on Mount and who was the other person? I can't even think. What, Eriksson maybe? That one? Like, it just, again, you said you needed to play the youth, and then you do that one game, and then you revert back to like factory.
Yes.
I don't get it.
Yes.
When our priority is not Premier League, like, we don't need to play our starters then.
Yeah,
like,
because we're safe from relegation. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, for me, Sky, it's just the fact that I'm just looking like I'm looking beyond right now. I'm looking like, yo, where are we gonna be next season? Because next season is literally in 2 months. So I'm like, where are we gonna be in next season? Because if I see these same mistakes consistently and the favoritism, because I know that he has his favoritism. His favoritism, right? If I consistently see this, and we're not bringing in the youth and developing the youth, because Harry Amas, I agree with you. Why haven't we been playing him previous games?
Yeah.
Why haven't we? He did phenomenal at the Wolves game. So why haven't we been bringing him in phenomenal? Sorry, man. I'm just. Usa.
Osimhen is a goal scorer, but he needs a team that is complete, something like Arsenal. And Man United, he will struggle. Delap is on the rise. That's a good signing for me. And then, okay, can you please stop being racist in the chat? Like, I'm honestly really tired of this. And just being really rude. Where did this person go? I think it got blocked. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, lately I noticed lately there's been a lot of trolls lately on YouTube, because yesterday I'm walking home and I'm live, like a whole bunch of trolls came in my live yesterday. I'm like, yo, where are these trolls coming from?
Yeah. And then these
Lord,
comments aren't even coming in. But what did you think? What did you think about the seeing Liverpool today? Scousers rule the day. It's a dark day indeed. Agreed, Marcel. Agreed.
It's a dark day because I can't say 20 times
How
no
are you?
more. I
You're free
can't
to
say
join
20
if you
times no
want.
more.
Hold on. You're free to join AG
Mhm.
if you're bored. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, you good. I can't say 20 times no more. That's the one thing. That's one of the things we had over Liverpool. 20 times, and I should say a treble.
Yeah.
What the hell?
What?
Give me a second. Give me a second.
I hope he's okay. No, nobody's discrediting Liverpool. Liverpool definitely deserved to win the league. Like nobody's taken that away from them. I think it's just again, it's another when you just when things like this happen, right? You always have to self-reflect. And I think that's what's healthy, that's what's normal, that's what you should do, especially if you're way off target. And if Manchester United as a football club, especially those who are in it and working and managing and playing, are not self-reflecting and being like, okay, where are we and how do we get back up to this point? Then we have an issue, right? Because I don't even think, did Liverpool spend any money over the summer? Like, honestly, did Liverpool do anything? And that to me just shows me how stacked potentially they were. Like with their roster and kind of how they're run. I mean, Slot really came into a gold mine, really. I guess the question is, would Liverpool have won this with Klopp? I don't know. I mean, you could do shoulda, coulda, wouldas all day, but he didn't even I think he went on loan, didn't he? It's just crazy. It's just crazy. Oh, thanks. Good to see you. Good to see you, Anagi. I hope you're doing well. And it's just crazy to see how far off we are, right? How far off we are from the top. It's crazy. After this win, huh? Did I buy the bleach? No. I was this close to buying the bleach. Oh my gosh, this person is driving me nuts.
Oh, thank you for introducing me like that.
Oh no, the guy in the chat. Do you see him? Do you see his comments?
I was joking.
Not you, of course not you. Sorry.
Yeah, no. That means you're getting bigger in the game if you've got bots.
This guy's you saying black monkey, like thank you. I understand.
That's fine. Don't worry. I know the rest of it. You get me?
Big up, Doxy. Sorry. How are you?
You know what? Yeah.
Over?
You know what? Yeah, I just came back from having dinner as well, innit? We had a pub roast.
Oh, Sunday hot roast, nice.
Yeah, so it's one of those things where hair of the dog plus some more. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, the hungover. But yeah, I'm all right. You know, I'm just enjoying my Sunday. You know, Arsenal didn't play this weekend, so it's nice seeing Man United in 14th. Still trying to get to the 40 points. Spurs, they got spanked. Yeah. Big up Liverpool for the win. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, they highly deserved it this year.
Yeah.
No matter what no one says, they were the better team throughout. People could say the league was stinky, but then hey, tell your team to do better next season. As simple as that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, apart from that, I'm just merry because I got PSG on Wednesday. Yeah. So it's another break for PSG, the team that beat Liverpool, who won the league today. It is what it is.
I know.
First and foremost, yeah, I've got to say, how are you doing? Because you seem like you're going through the mud.
Listen,
how are you?
I almost drank some bleach today. I'm just kidding. I'm good. Football. Outside of football, everything's great, obviously. But I think it's always like, I think to me today, the hardest thing about our game is, again, I'm having a hard time understanding Amorim. I really am, because he said he was going to play the youth. He said he was going to make changes to the lineup. He does it one game, okay? And then we have a week where, you know, we're training, taking some days off, and then we get to today, and he reverts back to what he's done this whole season. All the youth is on the bench. Why are we still starting Rasmus for the love? I have no idea. And
But he scored.
what reason he's still starting Rasmus for? You have Garnacho still up front, and almost every youth player is on the bench.
Yeah, no. You see,
and it's some of them saw the pitch.
Yeah. No, you see, with Amorim, when he first came in, the hype was he's going to play a back three, which, to be honest, he's stuck with it. So I commend him with that. But he needs to stop being so stubborn now.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Now it's the end of the season, so realistically, he can play what the hell he wants, and it's not really going to matter. But then this has kind of shaped his Man United career for the wrong reasons, because we all know these players are trash. We all know these players are trash. You lot, the lowest you lot are going to get is 17th, and even then, I don't think you're going to do that. So why? So the most important game for you is Thursday. So why not rest all your players, or if you want to bring them on in the last, let's say, 20, 25 minutes, just to give them a little run out, keep them sharp and all of that. You shouldn't be starting them, to be honest. And as bad as your players are, it's Amorim that constantly you're playing them. And that's kind of like a, let's say, a red dot. I wouldn't say a red mark, a red dot, because it shows that when things are going wrong for you lot, even though this is not his team, so I get that. But then when things are going bad, he's not changing it. He's not doing what he's supposed to be doing just for Man United to sustain what they have. I said last week that when you played Wolves, you lot when they sacked their original manager, you lot were 13 points ahead of them.
Mm-hmm.
Now look at the points difference. Yeah, and if this dude can do it with a decent Wolves team, what the hell is Amorim doing with your team? Yeah, and that is the issue. What is Amorim doing? As bad as you lot aren't 14th worth. Yeah, and we all know I hate Man United like anyone else. Yeah, any other rival. Yeah, but you lot really ain't 14th. 14th.
No, we really are.
Yeah,
we really are.
No, I don't think you are, because I can take Holland from the equation. Yeah, you lot have really good players. I would say worst case scenario, you lot are 10th, 8th at best, but not 14th. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's really bad to see you lot in this. Well, no, I'm not going to say it's really bad. It's really nice to see you in this position, because that's my banter thing. So when I see you on socials, I can laugh. You get what I'm saying? I can have this big pearly white smile and all that, spare skin and teeth and all of that, which you lot hate. I know when it comes to football stuff, you lot hate it, but I blame this on Amorim, because Amorim is the one that keep on playing Højlund. Amorim is the one that keeps on playing Garnacho and so forth. This is what I'm saying, and that's the issue. That's the issue. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you, but like, we deserve it. I mean, we've won in like the last month and a half. We haven't won a league match, right? Yeah. We're -8 on goal difference. There's a lot of things that, I'm sorry, just don't equate to us even being mid-table. Like, I feel like we're exactly where we need to be. And yes, I mean, the players on paper, I agree with you. That's very false. Like, on paper, we're supposed to be better than a lot of the teams in the league, but in application, I don't know. I feel like we can't figure it out. I don't know whether it's the manager. I don't know whether I know the players, or it's like
it's the players for sure. It's the players for sure. Should tell you why it's the players, because you can go to 4 manager goal just after you got rid of Alex Ferguson.
Yeah.
What players have actually stepped up to the role? And because it can't always be the manager, it's like this year. If a girl's always getting dumped, right? Always getting dumped, and she's blaming every single man. But yet you can't keep a man more than 3 months. Are you sure it's the man? Are you sure it's not you? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's the thing. As much as I want to banter your club and I like the club, if we're talking football and football only, no bantering as well, the players aren't great. Yeah, the players aren't great. But then when you look at the infrastructure and deep rooted into Man United, who have you lot got here to hold the standards? Tell me one player in your team that you have that holds the standards of what Man United is. Because you lot are a juggernaut. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, you lot are the best club in England, top 3 in the world by far. You, Bayern Munich, and Real Madrid. Everyone else comes after you lot. yeah, in my eyes, yeah, in the last, let's say 20, 30 years. So if we're going to take it just from that notion, who in Man United's team holds the standards for Man United?
I mean, I know people would say Bruno.
No.
I don't agree, but people would say that.
Because
they would.
Okay, take from before when Bruno came in, everyone in Man United had that fighting spirit. Yeah, everyone in Man United had that grit. Like, even though there was players that did complain.
I'm sorry, this person, please stop. Like, I'm so tired of this person commenting these things in the chat. They just
yo, can one of the mods just please ban them when they come in, and we would just keep it like that, because you know what, yeah, if you're getting mods, that means you're on big things. You know what I'm saying? So see it as a positive. All right.
What do you gain from typing inward in the chat? Like, I don't understand.
Oh, yeah.
Like,
yeah, they're idiots, man. they're honestly, they're idiots. But yeah, when I see Man United, that the reason why I say who holds the standards, because if you look at all the clubs let's say that's in and around the top 5, yeah. The reason why I say top 5 because I don't rate Chelsea at all. I mean, not Chelsea, Liverpool. Yeah. Not Liverpool, so Tottenham. Like, the alcohol in around my brain right now. We have people that embody the Arsenal spirit, yeah. Let's say we have the Saka at least. Yeah, he knows what it is to be an Arsenal fan. He knows what Arsenal mean. He literally grew up watching certain players around him, even when he didn't even know it. He was born around the early 2000s. The early 2000s, 2006, we had the Henrys. Bergkamp was still there. Reyes was a bad boy. Vieira was out the door, but he was still around. Gilberto Silva. Right? Let's just say that. When you look at the last person that actually embodied Man United that was in your club was Rashford. And look how poor he was. Yeah? And it's not.
Yeah? That's me, though. I don't know. Maybe at the beginning.
Yeah, okay, at the beginning. But then when you look at Man United now, all I see is 11 players that plays for themselves. Mm-hmm. Yeah? Let's say Shaw. Yeah, but Shaw has fallen from grace. I remember when people were calling him the next Roberto Carlos. What is it, Shaw Carlos? Or some man is like that.
How does he even know what it's like to be a player at our club? Like, let's be real. And then you watch, like, I don't know if you watched the El Clasico yesterday, but when you watch teams like Barca too, and sometimes even Arsenal, like, seeing them be able to have that, like, team chemistry, and they're passing to one another, and, you know, they're working in the system, and they're able to read. I'm telling you, watching Barca players be able to read one another off their patterns was like, it was like a breath of fresh air. We have people make a you know, a cut, and then we either pass too early, we pass too late, or we pass out of bounds. Like, there's no chemistry whatsoever.
No, there's nothing. It's disgusting. And no, okay. When I say it's disgusting, yeah, it's disgusting for the Man United fan and the football fan.
Yeah.
But why is that? How come it has gone that far? Because even in Arsenal's darkest moments, right, when we got rid of the whole Wenger thing, yeah, and we just got rid of Wenger as the name, the infrastructure that Wenger put in there is actually still there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And even before that, we was that club that was a very classy club. Not our fans, yeah. You know who you are. I'm not going to call you out because I'm not going to be up on Sunshine's thing. You know what I'm saying? But the club was very classy. This is why you rarely hear things come out about Arsenal, and you never really have. Right? But then, where has Man United's grace fallen from? Maybe, like, is it still the hangover for Alex Ferguson? The people still think of those Alex Ferguson days, which is good. Don't get me wrong, because you know what, yeah, that's like the good old days. That's like your childhood. But as an adult out here, yeah, where are Man United going? What is Man United going to do? How it's like this going forward? How many players can Man United realistically get rid of, and who's going to come in? And when they do come in, it's also a thing of what culture are they going to come into, and what culture are they going to bring on the field? Is what I'm saying. Because Amorim, like I said, as good as he was in his last club, yeah, his last club wasn't Man United. There ain't many clubs out there like Man United. There ain't many clubs out there that's got the recent history. When I say recent history, let's say 30, 35 years of history of what they did. Is what I'm saying. Premier League heritage, Premier League history, winning what they did. Yeah, maybe Alex Ferguson puts such a big figure Yeah, in the last what he's done in the last 20, 30 years. Yeah, cool. It's going to be hard shoes to fill. But first of all, you're going to have to get rid of everybody to start again. You know what I'm saying? Because you lot haven't got a foundation to build on. Because like that, remember I said, how many players are you realistically going to get rid of? Because even if you got rid of 6 players, yeah, there's another 8 players with the old culture. You know what I'm saying? And it's going to be hard to get rid of them. Yes, you might get rid of the Sanchos, the Rashford, right? Cool. But what about Højlund? What about Garnacho? What about Fernandes?
Yeah.
What about Lindelof? What about Maguire? Yeah. Onana fucking signed like 2 seasons ago. You know what I'm saying? So even if he does take that big contract from Saudi, guess what? You still have the backroom staff that remember the Alex Ferguson days. Yeah. You still got the dinner ladies that remember the Alex Ferguson days. You still got all of that shit.
Yeah.
So until you literally just sack everyone, and that's what it's gonna have to be, and start again. So you start a new culture. But doing that, you're gonna have to wait another 5 years for you to actually compete in any sort of way.
Yeah.
And are you willing to hold that? Good evening, young man.
Good evening, Rich.
Yeah. So it's like for me, it's like you do or you don't. And it's hard because then you it's like you got to sacrifice your left arm for your right arm to survive.
Yeah, yeah. And I just don't think that, like, with the Glazers in charge, I don't know if that's possible. But I also don't think that our fan base is that patient.
Yeah, but are the Glazers the problem? Because the Glazers, how many who was it? Alex Ferguson brought the Glazers in, and look how much they won under Alex Ferguson. Are they really the problem, or is the problem deeper than the Glazers? Because even if you got rid of the Glazers, yeah, for one, you need a new stadium. That's going to cost money. Arsenal all about building a new stadium. Because when we bought a new stadium, we had to sell all of our best players for how many years before we could even buy an Ozil or a Sanchez? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So there that goes. And we're talking about a stadium that cost 300 million at that point in time. So if that's that money at that time now, let's say you did buy a new stadium, that's like 1.5 bill. 1.5 billion, yeah, to buy a new stadium, right? What players are you going to play in that time? You're not really a selling club or feeder club like that. So you're going to have to play. Yeah, you have to play the youth and buy mid-table players. So you're going to be stuck in the mid-table. So are you willing to go through heartache to see the end of the line? So it's.
I don't know. I don't know if they are. I don't know if our fans are. Before we continue, we do have a resident Liverpool fan in the building that is making her appearance to celebrate, unfortunately. Gigi, hello. Your hair looks great, by the way.
Thank you. Unfortunately, my life doesn't stop for Liverpool celebration, so I have to come to you live from my heart.
How are you feeling?
It's so much. So I'm so happy. I honestly, like, nothing even could make me upset. Until this day. Like, no, I mean, honestly, like, not even the knowledge that Trent is going to Real Madrid, because did you see them yesterday? Like, welcome to the dumpster fire, my dude. Like, that's like, they got some kinks to work out. But like, you know, I'm trying to like organize my thoughts. But above everything, I'm so happy that this time the fans got to be a part of it, and the squad got the proper build up, and they are going to get to celebrate it in the way that they should. Because and forgive me, I'm going to take a little bit of time now for a little bit of Liverpool Festivus or airing of grievances or whatever it may be, right? But like 97 points, 92 points, and missing out on. See, stop it, Dunphy. Stop it right now. Stop it right now.
Be grateful.
Right now. But I'm saying, like, Arsenal is talking about, we're knocking on the door and Isak should want to come because we're knocking on the door. Like,
How many
dude,
seasons
we've
have they said
knocked
this?
these doors before. Like,
Yeah.
we've been knocking these doors. And so just in light of that, the group that Jurgen Klopp put together, in any other scenario universe, like, they would have come away with more than one Premier League title. And they didn't. I get it. They didn't. Manchester City just had the league on lock. I get it. But with this group that is Jurgen Klopp's group, I'm glad that they have the chance to celebrate this, not not during COVID, that the fans get a chance to be part of it. Because I think that I could just tell just from talking to other Liverpool fans and seeing the sentiment online, it was just people felt like they missed out on something.
Yeah.
When they won the title in 1920. And so we're just so happy. It's a great day. It's a great day. And I haven't had any questions about it. Anyone who did have any questions about it, Trent didn't do any TV for a reason. Right? So I feel like if you haven't come to terms with it, it's time to.
What do you feel about Slot though, in terms of him being able to, I guess keep the mantle from what Klopp did and still get the trophy this year?
I mean, I think it's something that's really admirable because even if you think, and FSG obviously did, they think that they profiled him right. They think they got the right kind of personality to step in after a figure like Klopp. But even if you think you're correct, you don't really know. You can put all of the best plans in place, but if the team ain't messing with you, then they're not messing with you. But I think it speaks volumes that even from coming in, and I don't know if you were able to see it, because I know that you saw Liverpool over the summer when they played Manchester United. I don't know if you
person.
but the vibes have always seemed good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It always seemed like the team more or less was kind of okay. Okay. And so that I feel like that says a lot. And there's a reason that there's not a bunch of managers who come in and their first year in the Premier League win it.
Yeah.
There's not a lot of managers that have done that. And there are legendary managers who are the best in the game who haven't done that anywhere that they've been. And so I think it's a combination of both things, because I saw that Liverpool team last year. And, I know that they had injuries, and when people came back from injuries, that's when things kind of fell apart. We exited the FA Cup.
Yeah.
We just completely bowed out of the title race the last, 4 or 5 games. And I do feel like part of that is because Klopp's style is just foot on the gas. And they were just gassed. I feel like they got worn down in a different way this year, but I do feel like Arne Slot came in and was like, you know what, I think there's a couple of things that I might want to try and tweak, and let's see if we can make it to the end of the year this time. And they did.
Yeah, they did. A big up to you, Aaron, as well. Gotta say big up to Aaron. Congrats on the
yeah, congrats. You know what? Yeah, to be honest, you lot deserved it. And it's you know what? It's a good way to send off Trent as well, because he's been an amazing talent for you lot, to be honest. He's one of your own, meaning born and bred from Liverpool. So it's a good way for him to be I won the league and all the rest of it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, and for Slot to come in his first season, to be honest, it shows what it's about, keeping your players fit. Yeah, keeping your best players fit, because your spine, let's just say, is Salah, Gravenberch has been amazing this season,
Yeah, he has.
especially the first part of the season. And McAllister as well has helped out in a lot of parts. But Alisson and Van Dijk, yeah, just those 5 players, they're the ones that kept you in the title race. This is what I'm saying in those positions. And to be honest, like, you lot deserve it more than all of us. So congratulations. I don't have any hate for you like Sunshine does, because she's a Man United supporter. That's what I'm saying. We all know that Man United roof, yeah, it rains. When it rains, it pours off there, yeah. So it's okay, yeah. You lot are top of the league. Man United are 14th. Let them be. You lot just enjoy it, and for once you can enjoy it in front of fans. That's what I'm saying. So us rival fans can say, well, at least now you've won it in front of fans. You know what I'm saying? And like next year, we go again, I guess.
Yeah.
But like you were saying, kind of going to what you were saying earlier, Don C, about having players, big up Prime, on your team that like kind of have those values that you want in your club, right? That, I mean, every club has different core values, right? But you just mentioned players that you could easily name off for Liverpool that have those core values for Liverpool, whether you like it or not, right? Like, I would 100% know Van Dijk is about that, right? Like, there's no messing around when it comes to Van Dijk. I mean, there are moments where you hear like him fight, like not verbally or physically, but like getting an altercation with players because they're not doing what they're supposed to do, which is what you need, right? And so, again, for me, I'm self-reflecting and being like, okay, where's Man United when it comes to this? Because I can't see anybody on our team doing that. And if it is somebody doing that, it's Onana. And it's like, bro, nobody's listening to you, my guy. His first preseason match, he's yelling at Maguire. Respectfully, what are you doing? So it's just, yeah, it's crazy. Big up, Prime. Big up to you, sir. How are you? We can't hear you.
Hello, I'm good. Hi. Congratulations on Liverpool winning the title.
Thank you.
Only your second one, right? Only your second Premier League title, but it's fine.
Well, and here's the other thing. I'm so sorry that you had to bring it up, but here's the other thing. No, like, I'm not gonna let you slide and get away with that. Like, when did we start saying that, like, if you don't win a treble, it don't really count? Like, that. No, my dear.
You said if you don't win a treble, it doesn't count.
People on Twitter are being silly, and then there's a lot of people.
Listen, ignore salty Arsenal fans. They don't count.
One second. Hey, mate, where did we come into this? Just get fit.
Did I say your name? Did I say your name?
No. I'm backing my Arsenal familiars. Yeah.
Oh, you're defending Igal. You're defending Igal and Tony. Oh, okay.
Igal, bro. Okay. If you're talking about Igal, carry on. I was sitting back.
You see, when I say John C should take responsibility for what Igal has said, he doesn't claim him. Now you want to claim him. Okay. Cool.
No, you know what you did right there.
I said delusional Arsenal fans don't count, and then you spoke. I didn't say your name.
I will back Tony, but I'm backing Igal.
But you're defending Igal. Igal and Tony are the same people.
No, they're not. Like Tony can be stupid. Igal is just stupid.
No. No. The reason why Tony doesn't run riot is because he's in this space. If Tony wasn't part of this sector of the community, he'd run riot.
Exactly, because Tony knows we won't let him get away with a lot of that. Igal is just in his older planet of delusion.
But Tony would be like Igal if he was allowed to be in his own planet.
I don't know.
But because Tony's part of the solar system, he has to behave like Pluto.
Yeah. No, we should kick it down. Fucking idiot.
Yeah, you think the stars aligning? You think that's bad? If he was allowed to just be on his own, he'd be saying a lot worse stuff. Bro.
Oh Jesus!
Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, no, that means he's got us to thank them.
Yeah,
he's still a bit sane.
Mm-hmm. Okay, before I know Gigi is like on limited time, so we'll just go to her really quickly again. You've won this trophy, all right? What are you thinking about? I know it's hard to think this right now in this moment, but like next season, right? Like, what are you thinking? Do you need to sign players? Because
yes, we absolutely need to sign players. And if you'll give me a moment, so Um, Connor Bradley worries me at right back because he has not proven at all that he can stay fit. But I'm not going to say anything about that position right now. I definitely think that we need to sign a left back. I definitely think that we need to. I'm not going to say definitely, but I would like to sign a center back that we can start grooming as replacement. I personally would like to see someone creative in the midfield because what you're losing with Trent, you're going to have to figure out how to replace it somewhere else. And you're not going to find that in another right back. There's not another right back out there that I could say that we should sign that would be able to replace that. And I say that because like Reece James is not an option, right? Like, and that wouldn't be the option.
What do you think? Reece James to Liverpool?
That wouldn't be an option, even if that was something that could happen. That wouldn't be an option that like FSG would take. That's not.
Hey, Gigi, sorry, I didn't hear that again. What did you say?
But I would like
my
to
hearing's
see
bad.
that.
Sorry, Gigi, say that again. My hearing is very bad. Who to Liverpool?
Oh, Reece James. No, but I would like to see them replace the creativity.
You don't want to know my opinion.
About what?
Nothing. It's fine. It's fine. Reece is fit now.
Need some help up front.
Reece is fit. He's not got injured this calendar year, so that's my captain. It's my captain.
Yeah. I think you need some winners too, Gigi. I'm just saying.
But I'm just saying they need to start. They need to look at replacing that creativity. Elsewhere.
I agree with you. I would
like to see them. I would like to see them sign an attacking player.
I agree. You need creativity, but I think you can. I mean, it's probably not ideal, but you can go another year with Salah as your main creator in the team.
Yeah,
because he's done it this season. I think Liverpool retained the title. I look at City and I think they have a lot of problems.
I think he needs more help, though. Personally, like I think he
does need more help, but if Liverpool can't find like a top creator that summer, because you still have quite a bit of work to do anyway. Yeah. I think you guys can go again with Salah and with the other guys chipping in.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would leave things very, very thin because the amount of the goals that Salah has been responsible for.
Yeah.
Just irresponsible as a team. You cannot you can't plan on something like that. And so either I think a lot of it is going to depend on incoming outgoing this summer. I don't know who's going to be outgoing this summer, but depending on how that shakes out, then I think an attacking player is a little bit more of a priority.
Do you think, Gigi, that Liverpool retain the title? Because we know City have a rebuild to do. Arsenal, depending who you talk to, maybe they have a little rebuild to do on their hands as well.
I mean,
I think it depends on.
Difficult. It's difficult to say. I like as things stand right now, like with the current squad that Liverpool has, Arsenal has, Manchester City has, like
Manchester United, right?
But
Tottenham Hotspur as well.
Hey mate.
Quaking in my boots about Spurs.
Again, Conte's talking and no one called him. No one mentioned his name, and he's piping up now. Why? Well, Spurs can be in the towers.
I think if none of the teams like City and Arsenal or Chelsea or whatever make the moves that they
not Chelsea. Don't Chelsea.
Then I think Liverpool does it again. Like if they're not making like moves in the spaces they need them, then I think Liverpool does it again. Because Arsenal,
I would be so shocked. I would sell my house if the other teams did not make big time signings this summer.
No,
and so it's really
I don't think it's on that though. I think it's not just on the other teams making signings. I think Liverpool, for the most part, are quite set. I don't think there's going to be any major additions to your 11. I think, well, maybe the right back, but again, I think Bradley is good enough, to be fair, on a talent level. But when I look at City, they have a lot of work to do. Arsenal, again, it depends who you ask. Some Arsenal fans will say they have a lot of work to do. Some won't. Who knows? But I think your only real challenger is probably City. If City are on it, then...
About that, and this is the only thing I would say about that. And having watched the team really, really closely this year, there are certain areas where we scrape by like the skin of our teeth. Like Robbo. I feel like some things may have gotten papered over with Liverpool because of the strength of these players' connections with each other. So that miscommunication that Virgil and Robbo had for the own goal against West Ham, that was abnormal. Usually there's just these players know each other, they know each other like the back of their hand, right? And so I feel like sort of the strength of that connection kind of got us through certain moments. But I definitely think that the back line needs to be addressed. Connor Bradley hasn't been able to stay healthy. Joe Gomez keeps picking up injuries. And I feel confident going into a season with Virgil, Ibu, and Kwanzaa as just kind of it. You know what I mean? Because Ibu picks up injuries too. And so
if you need a center back,
yes,
you guys wanted Chelsea. You wanted Colwell. Is that still an option?
No, thank you. No, thank you.
Would you like?
But listen, I'll give you. Listen, you can have. Listen, buy one get one free.
Hollywood. He can go to Hollywood and star in Amazon Prime movies. No, thank you.
Buy one get one free. You can have Reece James take Colwell with you. Buy one get one free.
No. No, thank you. We already have a right back that can't stay healthy.
But you just said a minute ago you wanted Reece James. Okay. So.
I said if that was an option, which it is not.
I've given you an option. You can have it.
It's not an option. But no, I actually was saying earlier today that I would like a left back, I would like a center back, and I would like some creativity in the midfield. Those are the three things that I would want this summer right away, right now.
To be honest, I think that you lot need a bigger rebuild than you actually think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to agree too.
I definitely think I think we need more, but I would say that would be what I would say is the standard for going into next year at the bare minimum.
I'm actually curious because I'm going to be honest. I feel like Liverpool have kind of just been hobbling over the line since I feel like the last time I saw a really vintage Liverpool performance was that second City game in February. I feel like for you guys, since then, it's just been a thing of you guys already built a really good lead. So, and Arsenal pretty much stopped caring about this league title when they beat, Real Madrid. So, it never really became an issue that had to come up. In terms of the gap, I mean.
It never became an issue because we had been getting it over the line.
No, but I mean, you guys really had
not drawing, and so yeah, maybe Arsenal didn't care, but at the same time, if you draw games and we win games, if we win,
no, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that to. I'm not saying that to downplay what you guys did. I'm also just saying that I just think that if I were to contrast Liverpool post February and what you guys are doing pre-January, I would say it's pretty night and day in terms of the consistency of the performances. So
yeah, I would agree. I would agree with that. But I also think that part of it is the fact that Arne Slot was not rotating because he don't trust the guys that he's not playing. And so that was one of the main problems. Gravenberch is tired. He's exhausted. Virgil van Dijk has played every minute. Like there are certain positions that he does not feel comfortable rotating. Gravenberch was one of them. Obviously, Virgil, like Ibu when he's healthy. Like so, there were definitely signs that we were just barely getting things over the line, but we were getting it over the line. Like,
and I think that's why you got knocked out of every other tournament also.
What'd you say?
I think that's why, like, you're out of Champions League, you were out of the Cup because of those reasons.
100%.
But on the flip side, that's a mark of a champion, because champions get things over the line. You don't always have to play good. You don't always have to play this scintillating football. And I think that's where people get it wrong. Like, throughout 38 games, you're going to have 15 bad games. Who cares when you're winning them?
Right.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So when people say, okay, you said from February they didn't play, let's say, good, everyone else kind of fell off. Yeah, come on, man. Like, they made such a big lead that they could do that. And
that's my point.
Let's just say they, Liverpool went in behind 19 games this season, yeah, and still won. That's a mark of a champion. You know what I'm saying? And that's what champions are. Champions know how to do it, when to do it. Right? Like as a Chelsea fan, when Mourinho first came, look at him. He grinded at so many wins, and he won you lot how many titles? You know what I'm saying? All of this pretty football, never won nothing. Apart from, who is it? Mourinho's second season, Pep in his last few. You know what I'm saying? Look what happened to Arsene Wenger. All this pretty one touch, all of that. What Liverpool has got right now, they've it's not even find a gap. They've just done what was needed, and to be honest, they've kept their whole 11 fit. Next season is going to be a different story, because Trent's going to go, and he's a massive import. Yeah, they need a left back, like he said. They need 2 central defenders. They need a 10. They need someone to replace Jota. They need a right winger and also a left winger. Yeah, count how many players that they are.
But yeah, that's kind of my point too, though, is that, like, it's fine. It's all well and good, like, now, because obviously, they got the title. But I'm saying going into next season, especially if they don't strengthen like that much, like if they only just bring in like some replacements that are about the same level of the players that left, right? So they don't really get like significantly better. I don't think you can do that for an entire season. Like, you can do it for certain stretches, which is what they did to close out, obviously close out this year. But like from week 1, like ask Real Madrid how that's going, right? Like, ask certain clubs, like you can't do that. Like, you have to have a consistent level that you can play to, especially like when you're just starting out, which you guys did. And like I said, I think that's the main reason why you guys won the league.
So the only thing I would say is that the one thing that I was impressed with Sly is when something wasn't working, he did figure out how to tweak it tactically to work within the skills that he had with the players that he had. Like, for better or worse, I feel like Carlo Ancelotti missed some opportunities to potentially maximize what he had on the squad. I think another manager probably figures out how to maximize that a little bit more. But I think the knock-on effect, like, there's so much football being played. Like, these guys are playing so many games that, like, most of Liverpool's squad came in off the back of the Euros last summer, and then they kind of like laid it all out on the line like the first half of the season. And like you said, they were just getting it over the line towards the end of the season. They'll be playing slightly less football before next season, but I agree. Like, they have to fill out the squad in a way that Arne Slot will rotate. Otherwise, like, the dudes will be gassed. It's like, there's nothing more than that. And then you will start picking up injuries. You will be playing guys too much. Like, you gotta see that coming ahead of time.
Yeah. No, yeah, I totally agree with you. Honestly, I totally agree with you. It's just that I don't think next season is going to be as clear cut as this season was. Like, even though I believe that Pep is pepping it, and next season they're not going to really compete, but the season afterwards, I think Chelsea are going to be the dark horses in this one. Man United have a lot of work in this. A lot of work in this. I know Sky doesn't want to hear this, but
Chelsea are, I wasn't even listening. Chelsea are what?
Chelsea are going to do better than this season.
Oh no, yeah, that's all. Well, maybe, but you said Chelsea are dark horses.
It's obvious.
No. Chelsea next season are going to finish about third. Like with Arsenal, I don't know if Arsenal, because as an Arsenal supporter, like we all know my takes on Arsenal.
All right, future prime, clip this.
Okay. It's Arsenal with it. It's like we fuck up a lot. We don't do the business that we're supposed to do, and that's our only downfall.
Okay, for Arsenal, what do you think should be the main priority for the summer in terms of like player recruitment for you guys?
For the summer, we need a striker. It's clear to see.
100%.
It's clear to see. Like the reason why we haven't got over the line over the last 3 seasons, it seems, is because in the pivotal moments where we're playing the West Ham, where we're playing the Evertons, the Aston Villas, the Newcastle, which we haven't even had a shot at in fucking 3 attempts, we haven't scored. Why is that? As bad as all your teams are, apart from this young lady right here, yeah, you lot have all got strikers. Hoyland scored today. Yeah, Jackson scored yesterday.
Are you
I'm
not
relying on Beto.
I'm
I'm relying on fucking Marino, yeah, and Havertz when he's not injured. You know what I'm
To
saying?
be fair, Havertz got some goals.
Oh, stop it.
Bro, let's not do this.
I mean, to be fair, Jackson scored against Everton, Hoyland scored against Bournemouth, Moreno scored against Real Madrid. So if we're gonna do this, let's do this, bro.
No.
Let's do this.
No.
So Moreno's clear, bro.
Actually, because I think about it, I don't think any of our teams have like an actual quote
I was
unquote
going
like
to say,
striker. Like,
our striker came on and did Nunes things today.
and then this is
But
Jackson's
it wasn't
this is
scoring
Jackson's
goals.
first goal for like 4 months. For this
Yeah,
entire
it
calendar year.
wasn't scoring goals.
And then Hoyland, bro.
Big up Saeed. Hold on, everyone. Big up Saeed. Thank you for the raid. You know, we're all commiserating together. Shout out to everybody that's coming through the raid. Thank you, Saeed. Appreciate it.
Just haters. That's what you are. You're just haters. They're big up Liverpool.
Hey,
Also,
I have given
like,
my friends congratulations.
what the hell's going on in the chat? I just like.
Yeah,
Ban this
don't worry about. We've been banning people all.
Yeah, that's cool.
They've been saying racist things the whole time. It's fine. Just
Cool.
block them.
Yeah, bless them. They're Tottenham fans, innit? It is what it is.
Dante, I feel like even outside of your old striker situation,
Yeah.
if I was to like look at your squad, right, and I'm thinking of like secondary, like
Big up. Thanks,
priorities, I think more creative left winger and maybe a 10.
Yeah, no, we definitely need a 10. We all know that Odegaard went missing. What was it? I think it was March last season.
I haven't seen Odegaard. Like,
March
where?
last season. I think he's singing Kumbaya somewhere with I don't know who. Yeah. I asked TJ, can he put some pictures on some milk cartons in America, in Texas, so we can please find him? Yeah. I was still haven't found Odegaard. Saka got injured for 3 months, came back, and Odegaard is still missing. Yeah. We need another 10. You see, when because the question got asked, what if I could have a player right now, who would I get? I would get a striker. I wouldn't even get a number 10. I would get to a striker because we have other means of scoring goals. Yeah. We don't need to rely on number 10 because we haven't had one for the last, let's say, 12 months.
But you have people who can create for him. Like you have Saka, you have other people on your squad who can create. So it's not necessarily all on Odegaard.
Yeah, and that's the problem because it hasn't been an Odegaard. The first 2 seasons, like the first season he came on loan, okay, cool. The first season was decent. The second season that he came in, was brilliant. But after that, he just got missing, right? But then because we've still been scoring goals, let's say through the set pieces, Timber's getting 1 or 2, Skelly's getting 1, Saka came back, Moreno's getting a few, Havertz got a few. Not enough people have actually seen what Odegaard hasn't done this season. Is it a priority? Yes, but it's not as a big a priority as a striker.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you think with Odegaard, right? Because I heard people make this point about Saka as well, and also I think it's the case for Martinelli. Do you think because of the way Arteta plays, you guys always play with the handbrake on, so it hinders your attacking players? Because as good as Saka is, he can be even better if he was allowed to play without the handbrake on. I think the same can apply for Odegaard and
But
Martinelli.
the one thing I would say is I think Saka's game scales, whether it's Arsenal, England, a final, a league match against big teams, against small teams. Like Saka consistently shows up. So and Odegaard's
I know. I think but I know Saka can be even like you can get a bit more out of Saka. You can get a lot more out of Odegaard and more out of Martinelli because 2 seasons ago when you guys first challenged and you were playing attacking football, that's when you saw Odegaard and Martinelli at their best. And the last 2 seasons when you've been a lot more defensive, they haven't played as well. That's why I bring it up.
Yeah, I do think Arteta plays the handbrake on. But to the earlier question, I think that
is it possible that we're just overthinking it though? Like, is
it
possible that just having like a consistent presence up front could wind up unlocking a lot of things that would then make it make sense the way that Arteta plays? Like, are we just overthinking it?
I think Arteta's the one that's overthinking it. Because first and foremost, I don't think Odegaard's a 10. I think he's an 8.
I agree. I think he's an 8 too.
I don't think he's a 10. And then I think that's the problem because he slows the game up so much as a 10. We don't need the game to be slowed up because that's allowing their players to get back. We need someone that's going to pass the ball through the eye of the needle as soon as he sees it, not on the second attempt. Yeah? Is he a baller? Yeah, he's a baller. I just think he's playing in the wrong position. I think he should be playing in the 8 instead of the 10. And that's one of the problems. I think that would then unlock Saka. Yeah. The reason why on the other side Martinelli has hit form is by no surprise. It's Declan Rice. It's what Declan Rice is doing. Yeah. It's pushing forward because now Declan Rice is doing exactly what Xhaka was doing in his last season. Right here, yeah? Is allowing Saka to do. I mean Martinelli to do what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? If you look earlier in the season, what was missing? Yeah, and I'm very high critical of these players. Yeah.
No, don't see. I can't even lie. Last year, Martinelli was, but Havertz was playing as like when you guys just had Havertz in that left center mid role. But Martinelli was pretty much on an island by himself every single game. Because like you said, like Xhaka would like overlap with them, combine with them every now and then. But then when you guys are running those like Havertz left center mid minutes, like it was basically just like Martinelli versus like a fullback and some help. So he was not. He don't got the minerals for that.
Yeah, but the thing is, Martinelli didn't help himself by not trying to get past the player. Well, he did try and he failed a lot of times.
We know that. I think though. I think there are certain players that are just better at play finishing than playmaking, and that which is a term I stole from basketball Twitter, by the way. So basically, like those are the type of players that are good at getting on the end of moves, like finishing things off. But like those aren't the players you would go start an attack or carry a sequence if like the team is playing poorly. I think that's what Martinelli is. I think, for example, that's what like Marcus Rashford is. That's what like Ollie Watkins is. Like those are certain players that if the other players around them are playing well, they can feed off of that to be better. But if you're just telling them, hey, like we're playing like crap, we need you to like drag us to like a victory, drag us to win. I don't think he has the skills like that for that. Like you said, the dude looks down when he dribbles. So it is what it is. But I think that would be more on the coach to recognize that and be like, okay, I need to platform you in the best way to succeed, or just get another player that can play without like kind of the other teammates having to like do certain actions.
And that was my point. It was like, if that guy's not on your team right now, like just make that, like everyone has said that needs to be priority number one, is to go get that guy, whoever that guy winds up being.
Yeah, and unfortunately, the point is, see, I agree with it in that sense, where you see, because for me, I always said Martinelli is an impact player. Yeah, when you have a tired brain, a tired body, you bring on a player like Martinelli. Like the right backs are going to fear him just for his pace alone. Right? Look what we did against Real Madrid, and this is the kind of player that I want to see. But unfortunately, we have to agree with you lot is that he is not a first phase player. He's definitely not a first phase player. He's like, even though he's got as much pace as possible, it's hard for him to do it by himself. He's not a Saka. He's not a person blessed with all of that skill. To be honest, he doesn't even lift up his head, right? So he doesn't know who the hell is around him. Is he good enough for Arsenal? Yeah, I do think he's good enough for Arsenal, but I think as a bench guy,
He's like, for my basketball watchers out there, he's like Michael Porter Jr. as a football player.
But my question is this, and it's the same question that I've asked about a lot of other teams, but like why can't he just change that? Like, that doesn't seem like a hard thing to change. Like,
It
that
is hard,
seems
though,
like
because you have to
something
keep.
that can be coached. Like, hey, pick
You know
your
what's
head up.
funny? You know what's funny?
That
You know what's funny?
seems
Don
like, that
sees.
seems like something that's coachable, and like, you know, I hear a lot of times that like, oh well, like that's not the way Arteta plays, and it's like, well, tweak it then. Like, you like find a tweak in the tactics to open up.
Well, you know what's funny? Don C's former manager actually said this really cool. I should probably find the quote. He basically said that like by the time a player hits like 16, 17, right? Like whatever attributes they have, whatever skill they have at football, like they're generally not going to get that much better. Like it's just not going to happen. So like if Martinelli has been playing with his head down like his entire life, it's going to be very hard for him to adjust to not playing like that anymore, right? Because now it's not just about, oh, you know, my head is up now. It's now my head is up, so I don't have the same feel for the ball. Like now I have to like I have to scan the field more because my head's up. Like if I don't have the same feel for the ball, I can't carry it as easily as I do when I'm looking down it. So it's like it's one of those things where it's like a top bottom process where it's like you change one thing and now you kind of have to like change a whole bunch of other things to accommodate for the fact that you just do one thing differently. So yeah, I think it's just one of those things where if that's what Arteta needs, and he just needs a new player. Like you're not going to be able to. Alepe isn't going to change their spots. Like the dude's like 20. He's going to be 24 this year, or he's already 24. I don't know. Like which is still young for a career, but that's old for a young player. So
you see, for me, Martinelli is supposed to be a chaos baller, right? And chaos baller within this in this type of football is hard to train new things like old dogs new tricks. Where there's Saka, which is the ultimate professional. He's the ultimate system baller. You tell him to go and do something, he does it exactly how you want him to do it. Martinelli is, unfortunately, he's not that guy. And I think that's the difference right there, where it's like, lit up your head, do this, do this, do this. You can tell him 100 times, but unfortunately, he just learns different. And I don't think he would ever change, because you know that at grassroots football, the first thing they say to you, get the ball down, look up, just to see what's around you. Yeah, he's been playing football since God knows how long, and he still can't look up. So unfortunately, no matter what happens, and no matter what kind of manager takes him on, he's always going to play. He's always going to be that same player with his head down and just runs. Unfortunately, he's a good athlete and not a great footballer.
Why are you recruiting a player like that? Like, I'm sorry, if I'm seeing.
Well, he came from the academy though.
No, it was
he's been there since 18, right?
Yeah, 18, 17. Yeah, we got for like 4 years.
If you're producing players like that, isn't it not?
Do you know what? Yeah, it's you see, it could have worked, but it's just that he's not been consistent, because there was one season we scored 17 goals or whatever it was, and then the next two he just went quiet, and it's only after he come back from the injury, and it's crazy that the moment Declan Rice started to step up, that's when Martinelli came back and started to step up. I don't know if the same things are linked. Who knows? Yeah, maybe the players are just hitting football at the same time. It's just one of those things. When you buy a young player, it's like a hit or miss. It's like you lot having Garnacho. It's like Man United buying Mudryk. I mean, not say Chelsea buying Mudryk. It's a hit or miss. It's whether it works or not. You know what I'm saying? And unfortunately, I can't say it hasn't worked, because his output has been good. It's just that for you to win a title, you need to be great. We ain't got no time to be good. So tell you where good lands you where sunshine is right now. And where's that? 14th.
Excuse me. I don't like this slander. Okay, this Man United slander. It's been a rough day. It's been a rough day.
Also, Oak, you're completely right. By the way, I think, yeah, MLS being able to take up those left midfield spots allows Rice to push up higher, and then yeah, like you said, which correlated with Martinelli's improved form. So it kind of just shows you just how like linked things are in the sport. Because I feel like sometimes like we have like a bad habit of like looking at everything in isolation. So it's like, oh, like this specific player is crap, or this part of the team is crap. Where it's like, no, like everyone has to. I don't want to say cover for each other, but everybody platforms everybody else, right? Like if I have a striker that can't control the ball, but I'm a good crosser, guess what? You're not gonna know I'm a good crosser because I'm not gonna cross the ball because he's not gonna get to the ball, right? So it's just simple things like that. Like certain relationships just work well, even within the team. So
yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah,
I'll do that.
Go out of my striker. You guys
What did
better
you
not
say?
let this summer pass. They better not let this summer pass without bringing in a striker. Because I will laugh and laugh.
There's actually a lot of good options. So you guys actually have no excuse. I'm not gonna lie.
Do you know what? Yeah. All I'm saying is that regardless of what happens come the summer, I just don't want Arteta here. I've had enough of him.
That's the thing. I think you can't get over the line with Arteta. That's my whole thing.
We never will get over the line. And the thing is, Prime knows my true thoughts. No matter what happens in the Champions League, I think that there's been so much done that just leave with grace. Because if you look back at that Bamiyang days and when he left, we were supposed to push on because this now is it's Arteta's team. How can you have a team without a forward-thinking player? Let's say a striker. As bad as, let's say, Jackson is, he's still a striker. As bad as Hoyland is or Xerxes are, they're still strikers, yeah? You look at Jota, okay, the best ability is availability. But guess what? When he's fit, you can turn to him. We are fucking turning to Moreno, yeah?
He's delivering though. You gotta give him respect.
I get it, short term.
You think he hasn't asked for a striker?
I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not as low on Arteta as Don is. I think the issue is, like, if I was an Arsenal fan, I wouldn't mind Arteta staying if he just stops basically being like the actual, if he doesn't have as much control as he does, right? Because I think Arteta has like a big say in like the type of players that Eddie was getting, right, or like who he didn't want to get. So I think that's probably been the big issue. Like in terms of like his actual management of the squad, I don't think it's been that bad, at least from the outside looking in, especially when you consider like all of the important injuries this season or whatnot. But like you kind of lose that grace where it's like, oh, I don't want to get a striker. Oh, I don't think we should buy someone in January. Whereas if it was the owner saying that, you might be able to feel a bit more sorry for him and like, hey, like you're trying your best. Like I don't know what's up with these bum ass owners, but if he's the one that's in control of these transfers and he's saying that, then yeah, he's basically cleaning his own.
I don't want to necessarily pull rank as the Premier League winner on this panel, but I will. I'm just gonna say that like if Arsenal had won the league this year, like nobody would be like we wouldn't be talking like this. And like I think they could just be a striker away. Like you all just pointed out all of Liverpool's goals this season, and look what we just did. Like Arsenal has the talent to do it. They need a striker. It starts and ends with that first. But like do that and then see if it works.
The issue is they've needed a striker for like 3 years and they didn't get one.
I've been saying this for how long? For God knows how long.
I'm glad that they've been dragging their feet on it, because if Arsenal had a striker this year, I might have been a little bit more scared. But I mean, like just try that first and see if it works. Yeah. Just a little tip for you guys.
Do you know what? Yeah, I haven't got enough. For me, yeah, it's been 5 years. 5 years of failure. Yeah. And because of the 5 years of failure, this is what is put this is the kind of crap that is put into me. Is what I'm saying. It's like
COVID Arsenal didn't break you?
Respectfully though,
Sorry?
I'm saying COVID Arsenal didn't break you? This is what broke
No,
you?
do you know why? Because we walked away for trophy. Yeah, we walked away for trophy. So I'm like, okay.
No,
You
COVID
said that
Arsenal
you've
is
been
something else.
struggling for these past 5 years. But before those 5 years, what about the 5 years before that? Like
No, I was still, I was still
we have
struggling.
another Liverpool fan joining me.
Yeah, big up Corey.
Hold on.
Do you know what, GG?
Hold on.
Oh,
We have another shameless
my
Liverpool
Lord.
fan joining. I got to give them the top of the panel.
Do you know what, GG? It was under a different regime. So because it was a different regime, yeah, I'll try to keep it in isolation. When Arteta came, cool. I wasn't happy that we got him, but we got him, yeah. And he's made mistakes along the way. This is why I said, despite whatever happens in the Champions League, I want him gone. I'm tired of his shit. What he's done has been great. Yeah, cool. If you want flowers, I'll go buy some tulips. Tesco's down the road. £5 for them. Sweet. Yeah. Piss off. Get out of my club. I've had enough of you.
I mean, he's not going to get a statue if he wins the Champions League? Is that what
No. I'll give some play though. Make your own statue. It is what it is.
You know what I would do? Yeah, I would give the brother a statue, and then I'll give him his P45 right next to him. I'll be like, there you go, man.
Nothing wrong with that. I hear it.
It's a hard world out there, man. For real.
Look at this guy. Look at Tariq. Enjoy the season because City will be back next season. Big up to you, Tariq.
Okay, cool.
Uh-huh.
Good night.
Bro, City really spent $250 million in January. That's actually wild when you really deep in it.
City? I know.
I feel they're about to do the same thing in the summer. I'm not.
They're about to spend like 3/4 in the summer, bro. They're just gonna finish it up.
Well, City fans don't have to worry. I will enjoy this. They don't need to worry about how much I'm going to enjoy it.
Also, it's even crazier because I want you to know Pep's apparently getting back with his wife, so he might actually tweak next year. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah. Lex, how you feeling? How you feeling, Lex? You're awful quiet.
What you say?
How you feeling?
I'm good, man.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Very
How you
good.
feeling about the win? You got your second Premier League title. How's it feel?
Stop doing that.
What you say now?
Stop doing that.
Listen, I have to. Okay, let me be happy.
No,
Scott,
I'm
when
happy.
did you start- when did you start
Listen.
supporting
All right, hold on. I'm gonna check something. real quick. Hold on.
Here we go. Thank you all for joining. This has been great, though. Shout out again to Saeed for the raid. And be sure to like the stream and subscribe to those on panel. I'll put their names in the title, those who have a channel. But,
Sunshine, question.
Yeah.
When are you doing your Premier League show?
Is this not a Premier League show?
No, it's not.
No,
I'll put the link in the chat.
I'm letting this season end, and then I'm revamping the schedule, okay? I can't be asked to start one right now. I'm not in a good
Oh,
headspace.
because you draw today, you're 14th now. Okay.
You probably.
I guess it's not 15th or 16th.
No, but when she promised she'd do the Premier League show, it's back when United were 15. So.
Yeah, it's
Also, Scott, did you do like a preview for this season?
a preview.
Like, did you make like a prediction video? I mean, for this.
Yeah, I think I talked about it on stream at some point.
And I'm actually curious, where did you have our clubs at?
I know I had United like 6. Like I was saying, we were gonna get 6 is what I wanted.
Too high, way too high.
That's all that matters to me.
You know what's
I said,
crazy?
I
You know
want
what's crazy
top
with United, right? You know what's crazy with United? I'm being dead serious when I ask this question. Have you, man, like been top half like at any point this year?
6.
No, they were top half
Maybe
under
while
Ten
they
Hag.
were on the way down.
No,
They're top half under Ten Hag.
No. When Amorim came on, we were still like 13th or 14th.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Were you guys not like 4 points away from top 6 or something?
But the spread was
And when
still
he came in December, right?
close then. Like, yeah, we were close in point spread, but we were still
Yeah, it was 13.
Nah, that's right. That's right. Are you winning Europa?
Why do you guys hate me?
Yeah,
No,
man.
because Truth told me you're not winning Europa. I'm just asking if you are.
Also, I'm pretty sure Bilbao is missing Nico Williams too. So
Yeah, I think that's the only thing where, because I watched Bilbao play Real Madrid and they played from the back. They were very defensive, but they're playing Real Madrid, so that's given.
Well,
right?
also
And they're
keep
like
in
top
mind,
goal
also keep in
scorer,
mind,
like
they're
injured as
rotating their
well.
squad,
Yeah,
so, like,
Nico, and then their 10, I think, is injured as
Yeah,
well. I don't know
Sanchez
if he's
guy.
coming back.
That's why he got injured as well.
Yeah, he did, and I think his brother, Nico's brother, might be
Inaki?
not healthy as well.
Okay, so you have no excuse then. I'm not gonna lie.
So I'm
Yeah,
saying,
but
that's
that's
what I'm
not the
saying.
question. The question was, are you winning Europa?
Well, I mean, it's either gonna be Tottenham or a club with a
Yeah, that's what
forward
I'm saying. Like if you
splash. So,
make the final, like y'all gonna win it. Like let's be real.
if I see Bodo Glimt win the trophy over you guys,
Yeah, no, that's not. That's
don't
unacceptable.
you don't want to see you don't want to start that.
So I
stream,
already
bro.
talked about this with Flawless. We were like, if Bodo Glimt beat us in the final, everyone needs to be fired. No,
It's
I'm
true,
really
though.
being dead serious.
Even if Spurs beat you guys in the final, it should be
No,
the
but at
same.
least
No.
Spurs
So let's
beating
not
them
talk about
3 times
Tottenham.
this season, so I can understand that. But like,
I'll be real.
I better
Spurs
not see-
Spurs aren't making the final. They're not beating Bodo.
I better not see because what color?
Yo,
Bodo Glimt?
Prime, that's
Like
what I was
green
saying. I was like, I could see another Zagreb moment.
Bodo
I
Glint
see
are
one.
called
I can
giant
see it.
killers. They're not beating Bodo Glint, man.
And the second leg is in Norway as well.
I
So
mean, they
I'm-
might
I
be at a
thought
low
you
because
line up,
they had lost 5-1 today, guys. Like
Who did? Oh, Spurs.
Spurs!
Yeah. Yeah, well, they lost against the
Yeah,
champions.
but who them lose to?
that
The
doesn't
champions of
Yeah,
England.
nah, but Lex, you have to remember though, we shouldn't give Liverpool the title yet. Remember, Tony said that.
I
Stop
need
giving Liverpool
Spurs.
the
I
title.
need Spurs. I need Spurs
Yeah,
to win it.
that's Tony, man.
Spurs are not winning.
The only way I'll accept.
So you go in it then, Sunshine.
I mean, if Spurs and isn't even. He's not even getting
No
back on.
chess, man. No
Right.
chess.
The only way I could feel confident of us winning is if we beat Bilbao. If we beat Bilbao, then I'm like, okay, we're winning it.
I mean, they're the best club left in this competition. So
I know, but I don't know if we can beat Bilbao right now. I'm feeling.
You know the scenes if we see an Arsenal Spurs Super Cup final. So the scenes, the chaos.
I mean, Chelsea.
Whoa,
you have to
whoa,
win
whoa!
a
First of
conference
all,
as
where
well.
you imply
No,
Super
no,
Cup?
me.
Me not
No,
understand.
but us, yeah, one we're winning. One
fourth place
one
in
the
the
conference
Champions
already
League
done.
can't get
The
fourth
conference
place
league's
in the
already done.
Champions League can't get Super Cup, blood. Like what going?
What you say?
Fourth place in the Champions League can't get Super Cup. It would have been Tottenham and the next team, maybe Tottenham, PSG, Tottenham, Barca.
No. If you win the Champions
Here comes next of his chaos.
If who do what?
winning
Next of
the
his chaos.
Champions League and the Europa League winners are in the Super Cup final.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, exactly. That's why Arsenal cannot be in it. That's the
Why-
point.
Oh, you don't think that? Yeah, they're not winning.
Oh,
Yeah,
I don't think. I don't need to think about that. Like
Yeah, but
You have to think about it.
I'm just saying in the chaos world, I want to see those
why
two.
you want
play.
that?
No, for chaos
Because
purposes.
Hold on.
Arsenal win the
You're a
Champions League
Chelsea
and
fan.
Spurs win the
You
Europa
want
League.
No.
Spurs to win
For
Europa.
chaos,
Arsenal
for chaos.
There is no
For
chaos.
chaos.
The only
chaos.
chaos
That
is
sounds
for
like
you.
pain.
What going?
That sounds like
Yes.
pain.
You know,
So you
yes,
know
there'll
what's
be
funny?
pain, but chaos is a part of pain. So
No.
So
Hey.
Dante, you're about to live through Arsenal.
Manchester, man. Hey, listen, man, for run anyways. Man, just a pass through in it. So
All right, next.
Big
Next
up,
up,
Lex.
yeah.
He's
Big up
doing
on
his,
yourself.
Big
his
up, Lex,
uh,
man.
I'm just
he's
saying,
doing his like
like,
parade on stream.
congratulations to me again, innit?
Oh my god. This
Congratulations to
This
me, it's
fucking
massive.
guy, bro.
I'm just saying, imagine winning the Champions League, but it gets nullified. The Spurs beat you in the Super Cup final. I think that's
That-
I think that's just brilliant to see.
Literally, if getting beat 7-0 by Spurs meant Chelsea won the Champions League, I will take that instantly. Like, that is not fine.
No. I know that, but like we're actually big clubs.
Arsenal.
Arsenal.
That's like me saying to you, yeah. Imagine get beat in the Conference League final and miss out on 5th spot.
Well, no, those are two
You
bad.
get
Two
beat in the
negatives.
Conference League final with some spot.
You mean
Well,
like imagine losing the
Yo,
Conference
Prime,
League
you
final.
better. You guys better win that Conference League as well.
You're saying we better, bro. We win European trophy. That's our heritage.
Yeah, no. You used to, it, but it's what it is, isn't it?
You said we used to. All right, bro.
The same person when Prime and not Prime. Watch when Palmer and Jackson comes back. Like the years to go up. Yeah, I'm still waiting for it, bro.
Yeah. Well, we scored. They scored,
Okay.
bro.
Yeah,
My striker
okay.
scored.
Yeah. After how many games back?
Dante, you
Uh,
called him a real striker 10 minutes
It's not sure, bro. You should know
That's
this.
crazy. Real striker, you know.
Hey, goal's a goal, bro. Goal's a goal. Listen, I don't know why people are getting onto Chelsea. We're already winning. The Conference League's already done, bro. We've already won.
Oh, is it? Oh, is
Is it?
Okay.
All right, cool, bro. With Betis,
Hey, listen, when you're a big
Anthony
when you're a
Hattrick,
big
Anthony
when you're a
Hattrick.
big when you're a big club in these lesser competitions, it should be a formality that you win. That's why United struggle
It
in
should
Europa.
be. It should be.
Year
It
after
should be.
That's why United, when they struggle in Europa year after year, is embarrassing because it should be a formality. A heritage club should just
Yeah,
win Europa.
Nah,
God bless.
facts.
I
Like,
actually
not
feel
for real. Because like when United lost
I
that
actually feel
Europa
like
League final to
as the only
Villarreal,
person who's actually wrapped up their race right now, I feel like you guys like I hear a lot of chatter from a lot of people who aren't technically champions yet. I mean, I am, but like
No, we're champions. You guys.
No, it's okay, Gigi. We're gonna beat the team that you lot couldn't. Just remember that. We're gonna beat the team that you lot couldn't.
tell them, Don. That's so crazy. We're so crazy. My dad's a Liverpool fan as well. My family being blown up.
Hey, Sunshine. You see what happens when you see what happens when you beat a poor Real Madrid? All of a sudden you start talking about Chelsea.
I heard it too, Prime. I heard it too.
Crazy.
I heard it.
Only a few weeks ago, Don C was so angry. Now he's happy, smiling.
Now when PSG
the vein in Don C's forehead has shrunk now.
So yeah, in isolation, because you know me, when I'm confident in beating a team, most times we beat them. Yeah. No one thought we were gonna get past Real Madrid. Yeah, no one on this panel.
No,
anyway.
I mean nobody that was like
What
in their same mind.
I was about to say, I'll gladly put my hands up. I was not.
You know what I'm saying? Like even as positive as Tony is, he didn't even think, because he never once said that we're going to beat Real Madrid. He just says we have a fighting chance. And when I kept on asking him, are we going to beat Real Madrid? He just kept on saying we have a fighting chance. I'm not here for this.
Yeah.
Like,
Shots.
It's a yes or no. It's a yes or no. You know what I'm saying? So now we're in this position, right? Why can't we? Wwhy can't we?
Why not? How are doing the why not?
The Arsenal defense. The Arsenal is hard to break us down.
Wait, don't see. I have a good omen. I have a good omen for you.
Arsenal has every chance to beat PSG. Like I'm not saying that I don't think they're going to beat PSG. I just think that's a wild thing for you to choose to try and troll me about on this day.
No.
That's a wild choice.
No, Gigi.
Choice.
This is what Arsenal fans do. You have to ignore them. You have to ignore them sometimes. What Arsenal fans do. That's what they do.
I say congratulations at the start of it, but I just have to put a little bit of sauce on that. That's what I'm saying. I'll say it again. Congratulations on winning the Premier League title.
Keep putting sauce on it. I'm gonna let you all debate about things that don't matter, and I'm gonna see you guys later.
Bye, Gigi.
I'm remember this
when we win. Wow.
Trophy or whatever.
Wow.
That prime.
Chess.
Can we talk about how my boy is finally going to break the curse next week?
What curse?
The trophyless as a 30-year-old curse.
Oh, Harry Kane? If
Bayern win next week, they win.
Wait, your boy? Are you a Spurs fan?
No.
Aren't you Chelsea fan?
No, I don't. I'm saying it as I'm not a Spurs fan, but like I just feel bad for the guy, bro, because people have been.
Okay. Nah, don't know what you're talking about, man.
People be saying
something.
Bro, he's all done it to himself, bro. No, absolutely no. I got no respect for the guy.
What team do you support?
I am a Chelsea fan. I already said that.
Oh, nice, Chelsea.
And Kane's your guy. Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro, listen. I just hate when people have nasty agendas against certain players, bro. So I always want them to rise above it, bro.
The agenda's not even like the agenda's not even nasty, though.
It's as simple as that. I've rated Kane. Yeah, I've rated Kane for how many years? But when he was a Tottenham player, he's scum. It's simple as.
Tell him, don't see.
Exactly. Well, he's not anymore.
Sorry.
Well, he's not anymore. So.
No, yeah, that's what I said. Like now, me and him, we got no beef. You get what I'm saying? I want Kane to win as many titles as possible. The moment he become a Tottenham player, it's like when George Graham was at Arsenal winning titles and stuff. The moment he became a Tottenham manager, like 2 seasons after, he was a wanker. It's as simple as that. Like I want to scrap that from Arsenal history.
Wow.
But I don't think the agenda against Kane is nasty. Like
nasty. I will say this, right? Like he does. His underperformance in big games is pretty disgusting. I won't lie there. But like when I see people be like, oh, insert player that won a trophy that is like definitely not better than him, is better than him for no reason, then it's
yeah, I hear that. And also when people act as if he is the sole reason. I mean, like Kane is a weird one, but like when people act as if he's the sole reason why he hasn't won stuff, when it's like that Spurs team, no one looks at Son as to why they couldn't get over the line. When you look at England, people blame England, but if John Stones could defend that corner against Italy, they win that final 1-0. You know, the Euros final against Spain, no one talks about how poor Bellingham was in the final, or the likes of Foden, etc. You know, even
Big up,
big up
Northside.
Northside.
Thank you.
even with
Outside.
Bayern, like they have not been good for a few years. And it's just, I guess, a shame on Kane's part that when he joined, things finally just broke apart. But
Company. I mean, when Company is your manager, bro, what do you expect?
Hey,
No.
no, respect Company, bro. Like, see, that's another guy that people have now.
Company was the manager last year.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Exactly, bro.
Oh, you
was,
talking about?
it
Oh, you
was
talking about
good.
like overall? Oh, I thought you.
Yeah. I'm talking about like because they didn't win
Turn
anything
on
last
it,
year,
I hate to see it.
and people blamed just Kane when for a while Bayern have been going onto the course of just self-implosion.
Yeah.
That's why
But then-
even with Nagelsmann, they brought him in to rebuild, but they ended up sacking him to bring in Tuchel, and then that's
Now,
when it
like after
finally
he
fell
came in,
off.
it's just like straight. That's when, like for me,
Yeah.
it was like straight implosion. Like players started like
Yeah.
down tools, like that's.
Oh, bro,
like,
they were even lucky. They were even lucky that they won the league 2 years ago when Dortmund effed it up.
Yeah,
on
because
the
they
last
only won
day.
on the final day. Yeah.
Yeah, but people always want someone to blame. It's like this whole storyline thing because, like, you know, Kane never wins a trophy, so they don't realize that Gnabry was on a decline. Sane is on a decline. It's not like four or 5 seasons ago. These players aren't the players of that.
Even like
And
Muller as well.
They're not realizing when like
Did you say everyone wants someone to blame? You said, Dante.
Yo, relax.
Sorry?
Did you say-
Don't answer the question.
I
Just
said people love a storyline. That's what I said.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say about Arteta that you blame him. But okay.
No. Do you know what it is? We've spoken about Arteta. We can always go over that, yeah. And I can bring up facts why I say that. That's the difference, yeah. And and the thing is, I still can bring up facts. And if big if we win the Champions League, I would say it wasn't me. It was my twin brother. Simple as.
Yeah, and then I'll play the clip. I'll play the clip.
what are you gonna call him? Condi or something like that?
Quan D.
Yeah, bro.
Don D, Don B. That was Don D.
Don
That was
C. Quandi, crazy.
Hey, don't worry. When you flip off from Arteta, I'll drop the Don C. Rico. I'll drop the Don C.
You know, it doesn't matter. I'll tell you why, because we believe in the Champions League. So it gives a damn. Yeah. So it's one of those things. And the reason why I criticize my manager, if you want to talk about this, is because I want better. We all criticize the manager. Yeah.
Hey, listen,
If you're gonna have standards like that, yeah, you might as well be a Tottenham supporter. Yeah. And that's the reality of it. If you're happy with, oh no, maybe next season I might win a Carling Cup, right? You might as well be a Tottenham supporter and below. With us 5 up here, we always are looking for better. I should tell you why, because we've seen our clubs win better. You know what I'm saying? This is why Man United are pissed where they are. Yeah, this is why Chelsea, you lot, as well as you've done this season so far and still be in the competition, you lot still ain't happy. And we ain't happy. We ain't been happy for many years. Give me some happiness. It's like I've been starving. Man's hungry out here, fam.
Well, we are starving some trophies.
We're starving the Champions League.
Though is,
you know what's funny?
we got Arsenal on 67 points. We got Chelsea on 60 points. Okay. I think Arsenal's pretty.
Wait, how many points are United on?
Wait, I think Arsenal's
Oh
pretty.
my god!
You guys even got 40. You guys even have 40 points.
This does not include me, obviously. Okay.
No, it definitely you're.
Why? It should include you. You're the biggest club in the country.
No.
This is
The
your
biggest club in the
channel.
country.
Okay. Arsenal's at 67, Chelsea's at 60. I think it's pretty safe to say Arsenal are going to stay there and get Champions League. My question for the Chelsea fans: are you saying top 5?
It depends. If I need the force to burn, bro. I need a force fire to happen immediately. Yeah.
The answer is no, bro. It's not.
You don't
happening,
think so?
bro.
If
not
Nottingham
happening.
fall off, then
Liverpool next.
All right, listen. Well, all this talk of Chelsea, we're making top 5. I've been saying this.
You think so?
Ahead of who? So what's it called? Who's dropping out?
basically, if Chelsea can beat one of Nottingham or Newcastle and just get a
I think
draw
we
against
play us too,
Liverpool,
don't you? We play you again. I think.
Yeah,
Okay,
we
but
do.
if
We
Chelsea
play
don't beat-
Liverpool.
if
We
Chelsea
play
don't beat
Liverpool,
Chelsea,
United, like Newcastle and Nottingham. Of course.
So they're playing 3 of the top 5.
Do you know what? Yeah, I think they're going to beat Liverpool because they're going to have that hangover.
Yeah, facts. They're just gonna put the kids out there, bro.
Hopefully. Well,
Yeah, man,
ultimately,
yeah. I don't
Because they
think it's,
literally, like their season's done. They got nothing to play for no more.
and also
Yeah.
some of the other teams in this top 5 race are also playing each other as well. That's why I've been saying we'll end up getting it just because the other teams just, I guess, won't be as consistent either.
I think Newcastle have to play Arsenal away.
Yeah, last game of the season.
Second,
and
last home game.
I think they're playing. Are they playing? No, they played Aston Villa last week.
Yeah,
I think they have to play Crystal Palace, which is a low-key harder game than it sounds.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Oops, I didn't mean to do that.
I'm surprised merchandise didn't come up with a dating show.
Yeah, they got Bournemouth, Liverpool, Newcastle, Southampton.
Well, I mean, Arsenal. I mean, honestly, I don't really think Arsenal involved in this top 5 conundrum.
They're not.
Yeah, nah.
So yeah, we have to look at it.
Okay, I think we've already qualified. Like it is what it is.
Yeah,
I don't
man.
know
Just
if
like
that
the Wenger days.
Sorry.
It's like the Wenger days.
Honestly, though, speaking of Wenger, I'm not gonna. I feel like Wenger doesn't get.
Okay,
That's
yeah.
an insult. That's not an insult. Come on, bro.
No. I was gonna say more so. I think Wenger doesn't get. I think he deserves more respect than he gets, bro.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
know.
Look,
I remember I
that's
saw a
good.
graphic of like the net spend between like when you guys got that new stadium, right, and then like 2013 or whatever. Arsenal were the only club with like a positive net spend.
They got to play
You know,
all the top
If
teams.
only we
Top-
were a bank, bro, then that'd be actually really impressive. You know what I'm saying?
Do you know what? Yeah, Wenger needs to get the respect just because of what he's done to football. Football, it is where it is now because of Wenger, right? Because if you look at football from the early 90s, before Wenger came in, it was lump the ball forward. Give it to the big number 9. He's the one that implemented the triangles, health and nutrition into the game. And look where we are today.
That's actually kind of crazy though. Dudes were really like going to practice and downing beer and some hamburgers right after. That's actually wild to think about in hindsight. But but it's just the culture back there, so it is what it is. But it's just kind of crazy when you like apply 2025 like lens through like certain things because it just sounds funny.
But the
Speaking of the culture back then, there's a video that's gone viral online about, I think Don C's seen it, about someone comparing strikers from now to like 20 years ago.
Wait, who did
It's
this?
amazing.
Oh, I've seen that. Yeah.
Newcastle.
That's like
Actually,
the idiot
pull
said
this up. I
the
haven't
ball is better than Zidane. Like, are you thinking? Remember that?
Wait, they said what? Whoa.
He was talking about strikers from back then and now, and like Lukaku's better than Inzaghi and stuff like that.
Wait, what? Who said this?
Lukaku, you know.
I'll find the clip and we'll play it.
Wait, who
Mr.
said this?
Timberland boots. Good lord.
It's no one that you guys know. It's fine. But
Yes, we've all kind of.
you thought it was a girl? No.
But the crazy thing is, though, all of us are still able to get a trophy. Maybe this season.
Hopefully.
Wait, who's us? Who's us?
Me, you, Arsenal.
No, not you. Not you.
Yeah, Europa. What are you talking about?
You're winning Europe.
Prime. We don't want the chaos right now. Prime.
It's not chaos. I'm asking. I asked earlier. You didn't answer my question. I asked you earlier. You didn't answer my question. So you're winning Europa.
If we beat Bilbao, yeah.
Okay.
No, it would be kind of funny if you guys build Bilbao and not win
And lose the final. That'd be crazy.
I would.
It's like you did all the hard part. You did the hard part just to like.
I would cry because the fact that we're the only undefeated team still in this.
Undefeated. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Also, yeah, they need to bring back the whole Champions League teams dropping down to Europa because that. Some of what
Now,
I've seen.
yeah, because when you get to like the later stages, it's like a mid-fest. Like you got Spurs
Yeah,
and Bodo Glimt is a semi-final. Like,
Well, to be fair, part of that too is because a lot of the good teams just ended up playing each other earlier. I think like Ajax played Frankfurt. What's it called? I think Bilbao played
Roma. Yeah, Roma played Bilbao.
No. Well, yeah, and we're not gonna respect Lazio because they're the reason why Bodo Glimt are even here in the first place.
Just don't hate, okay? Because we made it this far. All right.
Right, see, you see, Sunshine, I want you to win it just so Tottenham doesn't, like, for my agenda.
Yeah.
The thing is, I don't want you or Tottenham to win it, should tell you why. Because you lot will be promoted to the Champions League next season and you're going to embarrass the UK. You're going to totally...
You embarrassed you last season. What do you mean?
They did that last year.
Yeah,
Bro, if United win Europa League and they come into the Champions League next year, there won't be a number 5 spot next season.
no, they won't.
You know what's
That
crazy?
shit's
You know
just
what's
gonna get
crazy?
tanked. It's just
Now,
gonna
you know
get
what's
tanked.
Yeah,
crazy?
hard for them.
United are
Yeah,
like the only
hard for
reason why
them.
Chelsea are playing conference because they sucked in the Champions League so bad, so Prem didn't get the 5th spot, and they somehow scammed that FA Cup. I still don't know how. That happened, and that's how they got that.
Look, that's what we do. If there's anything United can do, it's to scam a trophy. All right, that's all I gotta say. Wait, if we win, then the 5th spot gets taken away and we take it.
No. It's just 6. It's just 6 teams.
Automatically through. You're automatically going through the 5th spot. The 5th spot was given to us because of the hard work that, let's say, that Arsenal did. The fact that you and shithole is still in the Europa, that Chelsea are in the semi-finals as well. That's the reason why we got the 5th spot, because we're the dominant team this season.
Oh, okay, thank you.
We're the dominant country. Yeah.
They us in Villa, bro.
So you know what? We should thank Arteta. Thank you, Arteta.
Speaking of dominating,
Yeah, thank you. Fuck off.
Are
I'm saying.
Inter going to win the league this year? Is Conte really about to win Serie A with 3 different teams?
Oh, with Napoli?
Napoli, Inter, Juve, yeah.
Inter have been trash for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah, they've bottled it. I think.
I can't no way.
Didn't they get smacked in the cup as well?
Yeah. Milan. Yeah, Milan dog walk. Yeah. It was kind of crazy.
It's still crazy because as ridiculous. I'm looking at because I've been watching Barca Inter recently. I'm still looking at style wise. I would still rather if we made it to the final somehow, I would still rather take Barca, bro. Because they're always giving up chances, bro. And when playing Inter, I could just see us our whole thing we struggle to break down low blocks all year. That's our biggest deficiency. And Inter is just that to the max. And
if it makes it funny, but Inter can't do that either. So it would just be
it'd just be a boy fest.
Yeah, it would just be who can out terrorist the other.
Yeah. How do you guys feel going into your match versus PSG? I'm curious.
Corey?
I'm confident for the home leg because we've already beat them this year and even still, bro, people are talking about oh yeah, Dembele didn't play in there, but bro, he's having a good season this year, but I've seen Dembele since his kid burst on the scene. This kid's been hot and cold this whole time, and yeah, in the in the Liverpool game, he did ball out, cool, but he's going now the defense he's going up against is going to be levels above, and that obviously Kvaratskhelia that's dangerous, but when it comes, but Timber on the right side, bro, I don't think I've seen a single winger cook him all year. So, I mean, if it's gonna happen now, Kvaratskhelia is worthy of that, but I'm confident for the first leg, bro. I don't know about Don C, but
where are you the first leg?
First leg. Okay.
Yeah. For me, it's not that I'm confident we're going to beat them. It's that I think we're going to beat them just because they're a great team. I will never take that from them. We're still going to be high off that Real Madrid, the so-called 2 of the 3 best players in the world and all of that. The Ballon d'Or, the next 2 Ballon d'Or winners are going to be Mbappe and
Ninja Turtle, bro.
That's what I'm saying. It is what it is. Defensively, we're very hard to break down. Defensively, if we give that same performance as we did in those 2 games, then do you know what? We're going to beat them. It's as simple as that, because I saw the game against Aston Villa and there's so many gaps. There's so many. It's unbelievable.
That game was a basketball game.
Attacking wise, do you know what? Yeah, they're cool in it. They're good, but so is Real Madrid. But defensively, they're very poor. And the thing is, Arsenal know how to exploit that. Yeah, am I confident of us beating them over 2 legs? Do you know what? Yeah, for the first time in a long time, yeah, I am. Just to
make you feel better too. I saw a stat the other day that apparently 40% of the goals that PSG have conceded this year have been from, guess what?
Mistakes.
No, set pieces.
Corners.
Oh, set pieces.
Yeah, 40%. That's almost half. That's almost half because they're just a really short team.
Yeah, and we all know what happens when Arsenal go up. This is what I'm saying. We rarely lose games from winning positions. Only against teams like friggin' Everton and all of that. That know how to just dominate and just beat our players up. PSG, they don't have those kind of players. We're playing at home. The only negative part is Partey not playing, but the greatest thing is he's playing at their ground where we're actually going to need him. So all it is, as long as we're in the tie, there's no reason why we can't beat him. I'm very confident we're going through. It's crazy that I'm confident. Normally, I'm nope, we're going to get battered. It is what it is. When we lose, I'm going to go on a rant. I'm just actually confident for once.
I think too the players that a lot of us expected to struggle, like Kivior, like players like that. I thought he was going to get absolutely cooked versus Real Madrid, and the fact that he was like stepped up and played really well. In my opinion, he had a mistake, but like he kept playing. If you have players like that step up,
you're going to mistake them and get to a goal.
Right.
Saliba's there. Yeah,
right.
and he's been my issue for most of the season. But like he said, it is what it is. Like Kiwior, he steps up. Everyone has stepped up, which I've loved. I've absolutely loved the fact that everyone has stepped up, apart from Odegaard, right? Yeah. But Odegaard been missing for the last 12, 13 months. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm over that.
What's impressed me is actually Saliba, because I don't think he's not had the best of seasons by his standard, but with Gabriel being out on the big stage against the biggest club in the world, being able to lead your back line like that with a center back who, is not necessarily the best. I think that's a massive credit to Saliba, because as well as Kivior played in those 2 games, I think that's a credit to Saliba himself. So, yeah. But Sunshine, can you see what I have brought up?
Yeah.
No. Cool.
I'll give it to him.
This is pause. This is
sorry.
This is some unk, bro. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. But it's funny though. Don't see seen it, right? It's funny. I like it. It's funny.
The idea that all the forwards in the 90s and the 2000s that were quote and unquote elite names were top footballers is a myth. You only watch these guys on some of the biggest stages, right? You didn't watch them week on week. You didn't watch them on their bad days. People talk about Del Piero, like, Del Piero lost his shirt to Ibrahimovic and Trezeguet. Yeah, do you understand? Even at Euro 2000, he lost it to Super Mario. Mario Del Vecchio benched him in that tournament. What are you saying? You understand? Inzaghi was not great consistently. People talk about Inzaghi was banging 30 goals every season. He wasn't. The standard of strikers at the time, if you bank 15 goals in a season, you are probably a good striker. Yeah. I get it. But Inzaghi didn't even bank 15 every season. Romelu Lukaku is a great striker. Do you understand? People underrate someone like Lukaku.
Great,
Even though if you put Lukaku is a better forward than Filippo Inzaghi. I can say it anywhere. But if you say it outside, people are going to act like it's blasphemy because of nostalgia.
But you cannot tell me Raul was not a proper striker in these days.
Bro, I don't think a striker like Raul will be world class in this era. You know, part of the reasons why those guys are venerated because nobody was crunching numbers as much as they would. Do you understand? Those niggas are so lucky. People are going to look you in the eye and tell you that Didier Drogba was great throughout his time at Chelsea. No, he wasn't. But bro, in the first 2 seasons of Drogba, he was mid. This is the most skilled generation in the history of football. And skill level is only going to get better. Do you know why? Because this generation of footballers are a result of whatever existed in the past in football.
Okay, the strikers then are actually, for me, these strikers are more efficient, but they are well-rounded. They had everything people were looking at. They had the aesthetics, they had goals, and they had the moments. It's not about the goals. Like, they had the moments.
Now, you said something the other time. Efficiency is what the optimization is for efficiency. You might not need to be able to do anything else.
Alan cannot dribble my producer. But when it comes to banging in goals, he knows how to do that.
The point I'm trying to make is forwards of this era are massively underrated. Forwards of the past are massively overrated.
That is one of the biggest rage bait videos I've ever watched.
Okay.
Real.
Well, what he does
it's not rage bait. It's real.
That has to be rage bait. No, that's got to be rage bait, bro. Like 90% of that, like 90% of what I just listened to was absolute bullshit.
You guys are gonna hate me. I don't fully disagree with what he said. Now, some of the players that he used for his comparisons,
I was say the examples he used were dreadful.
But like that, but the general concept of what he's saying, I don't disagree with that. Like, I think we watch way more football now. Like, people hyper analyze everything that they watch nowadays in a way that they definitely did not do 20 years ago, because it just wasn't possible. So anything a player does, good or bad, like, you are going to know what they did.
Yeah, no, I agree. I agree with you, bro. I agree with you, bro. Drogba was mid. He was mid.
Yeah, mate.
I agree, bro. Lukaku is the best striker.
Drogba was Arsenal's boogeyman. Drogba was Arsenal's boogeyman. I say that again, yeah.
Literally,
Inzaghi was a baller, yeah. Raul, he was a top goal scorer until Ronaldo came on.
Stop leaning on nostalgia, Dancy.
Let,
No,
Bro,
let's not do-
Drogba
Honestly,
was
like I said,
terrorizing.
I'm
Bro,
not
Drogba
fully
was
agreeing
terrorizing
with the
Arsenal
players that
even
he used.
at
I'm
like
just
my
saying
young
this.
ass age. Like that's how
Let's
crazy.
not do
That's
this.
how bad it was, bro.
Mhm.
Drogba
Drogba
was
was a
terrorizing
big
Arsenal
time
even
player.
even to the point where I seen it. Like, and I'm young as hell, and I'm seeing this guy still dunk on my club.
Hey,
It was
man,
ridiculous, bro.
Listen. Respect Lukaku, man. He's clearer than Inzaghi, man. Respect it.
Mate, I'm not even gonna bother. Like, this is what I'm saying. You see people like that, yeah? People like that, right? When those babies, they got dropped in their heads. You know what I'm saying?
Watch it. They're Nigerians. Watch
They
it.
claim this dude with that bald head and a black top. That's not my people.
They're Nigerians, so we have to claim them, bro. I have to.
Jamaicans, all the way.
Wait, so you're
Hey,
Jamaican?
whatever.
You're Jamaican.
Whatever.
I know you're Nigerian.
Yeah.
Shout out to my fellow.
Listen, I agree. Anyway, I agree with what he said, man. Lukaku clearer than Inzaghi.
I'm sure you do agree, Prime. It's right up your alley.
I'm not gonna lie. This is why, you know what we need to do. This is why one of my goals for the summer is I need to start a channel on. Have you guys heard of Playback?
Yeah.
I need to start it, and I'm going to put like a list, because like, you know how with Playback you can like watch games without like copyright.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I need a full list, bro. This is what we got to do, bro. We got to go through all the eras, bro.
Nah, but not even. Don't just watch their great games, bro. Watch their disaster classes, bro. You are watching Inzaghi.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna pick random games. So there's like
no one can tell me Inzaghi's clear of Lukaku. You didn't watch Inzaghi week in, week out.
Oh my gosh, Prime.
Right, we're trying so much shit. Yeah, you're frozen in time.
All right, man. You didn't watch Inzaghi, bro. You didn't watch him. You weren't there, bro.
Yeah, no, I wasn't. I didn't watch was it Football Italia in the 90s? Did I? I didn't watch Totti. I didn't watch Roberto, Roberto Carlos, bro. List goes on. Come on, let's do this. The Ronaldos.
No,
I'm
not gonna lie, bro. I remember watching some games from like Inter's R9, bro. Now, if I were to describe R9, he basically like plays like if LeBron James was a footballer. That's probably like, it's actually wild. The dude just like blazes through defenders. Like it's
the real LeBron James of soccer.
No, like Loki. That's probably what it is.
Bullshit, actually.
I can't wait until we get to a time when it's going to be okay to discredit what Messi did, bro. I can't wait for that day.
At this rate,
and Prime, just wait for like the player, like they're gonna be bigging up, like saying like, "Oh, he wasn't as good as like so and so is." Like,
Right, fam.
in
10 years' time, yeah, they're gonna say Garnacho was better than Messi. I guarantee you.
Nah, they're gonna say Garnacho's better than Ronaldo. Well, actually,
Rasmus better than Ronaldo. Let's go.
You're saying young Garnacho's better than young Ronaldo, bro.
Yeah.
Yo, what's it called? Speaking about Rasmus, I just seen his I just seen how much you guys paid. You guys paid like 60 mil up front for that guy.
Yes.
60 million. Oh my lord. And I seen like the add-ons is like up to like 70.
And keep in mind, he only scored 9 goals in Serie A, so like
not even like double digits. That's ridiculous, bro.
I guess
Xerxes scored more than that before he signed for United, and he's like,
it wasn't even anybody.
In comparison, how many goals did Inzaghi score in Serie A?
Good lord, Prime.
Why do you keep bringing up Inzaghi?
I have to, bro. I didn't even watch Inzaghi, but I'm gonna keep bringing him up.
Guys, I'm just so tired. I want the season to be over. I can't
preach to that.
What ideas are you cooking up for the summer, Sky?
What do you mean?
Well, so he's not gonna
officially, yeah. Like Inzaghi has scored 313 goals. Inzaghi has scored 313 goals
in Syria.
Hey, you know what?
In Syria.
To quote Igal, stats sometimes lie. So
okay, let's do this now, yeah. He's won a trophy at Juventus, AC Milan, won the UEFA Champions League, 3 Serie A titles, and he's the highest. He's the 7th highest scorer in Italy. Yeah.
Romelu Lukaku has scored 500 career goals. What we doing now?
No. If you really want to troll, you would say something like Lukaku scored more goals in his peak season at Serie A than Inzaghi did. That's what you would say if you won the trophy.
Hey, no, but that would be too easy to do. That would be too easy.
Well, it's literally true though. So like, you know,
It's not gonna happen.
Does R9 have a Serie A?
Does
I think
he?
he does.
I don't think he does actually, because I don't think Inter.
No. R9 does have a Serie A. Lukaku.
I was gonna say it's the Champions League that he doesn't actually have.
Romelu.
Oh. Fine.
Bro.
Now Lukaku's a funny ass guy.
Bro,
Lukaku really had one of the best debut seasons at Inter, and then scored an own goal in the Europa.
You know that video is gonna trigger Ardonzi. You know that video is gonna trigger Kaneki.
Of course. Do you know what it is? Send it to Flawless the next time the young man shows up.
No. I'm gonna play it on the Q&A. The next Q&A Kaneki's on. I want to be there.
Oh yeah.
Do that.
I let me know that show, yeah, because I wanna be on that one. Yeah, because that was gonna be fire.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna wrap up here soon, so I can go cry in the dark.
Before we end the stream, you know how you do know that like it's probably going to be much worse next season. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna end the stream. How dare you? How dare you, Prime?
For once, I wasn't trolling. And I still get.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with you.
It could only go from bad to worse. All right, we finished last season in 8th place with a negative goal difference, which was literally the worst season we've had in our club's history. To now having an even worse season in our club's history. Okay, my expectations are in hell.
No. What I mean is like, you guys could do up an actual relegation battle next year.
Sunshine, your expectations aren't in hell. Your club is in hell.
Bro, that's 17.
Which is ironic because you guys have a devil on your thing.
We could get relegated. It depends
Bro,
on like
the 17th spot.
No. I didn't say relegated. I said relegation battle.
There is no battle, bro. Any of those teams coming up are not doing shit, bro.
Like what? Leeds, Burnley, and who's the other one?
Whatever the playoff team is.
Wait, so you don't think you can finish 16th or 17th?
It's not a relegation battle.
Honestly, Prime, like if we are lower than what we are this season, I would honestly be shocked. Honestly.
Guys, for how bad, bro, if you guys want to know how bad the relegation battle is, Wolves were like in the relegation battle in like December. They're now 20 points clear. That's how bad those bottom.
And with the summer that we're supposed to have, if we get Cunha, if we get these players that are like we're rumored to have, I don't see it personally. I don't see it.
Well, I just think the rest of the league is way too good for the championship teams to really do anything. Like,
you know why? Sunshine, if you go back to our earlier conversation at the beginning, the reason why Prime is kind of right, yeah, I'm not saying making it right. The reason why I say it's kind of right is just because the culture is still there. The players that put you in this position, you ain't gonna get rid of 5 or 6 of them. Let's be realistic. You're gonna get rid of 4 of them at most.
Well, okay, so 3, I think 3, right? Are Rashi, not Garnacho, Rashi, Anthony, Sancho.
But those three weren't there post January, and you got even worse.
Yeah, then everyone's talking about it depends on if we get Maguire, Lindelof.
Would you get rid of Onana?
I would, but I don't know who we would.
He's not leaving.
He's not leaving. He just bought a house. So
yeah, but I go no way.
Probably leaving. I've heard
and it's just a trend with United over the last 10 years where like people will say these few players or this manager or whatever is the problem. You get rid of him, but you get worse because you don't realize just how bad your culture is. And Dante's right. Getting rid of Rashford.
The thing is, I think we have a manager who can fix it, but I think the manager didn't realize how bad the culture was once he got here.
Yeah, and I'm not saying it's like again, Amorim's going to fail at United, but it's not going to be solely because of him. It's mainly due to your owners, and I still see your owners, Ineos, similar to the Glazers. The window you had in the summer, I'll be real, if you guys had that under, you guys had windows like that under the Glazers, where you'd have a good first window or first summer because of a new manager, and then the next summer you won't really do much.
Yeah.
I was gonna say because like
what's
when
funny,
you
though, I feel like when it comes to United, they've had every type of window you could have. Oh, the window where we buy young players, the window where we spend on superstars, the window where we just kind of tweak the team a little bit. They've done it all, and they have failed every single time. Like, it's actually hilarious. 2016, oh, we finished fifth. Like, we brought in Mourinho, we brought in Pogba, we brought in Ibra. We brought in Mkhitaryan, who just literally had like 50 GA this previous year.
that crack season at Dortmund. Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Oh, we're gonna be lit now. Finish sixth. Then you look at 2021. Oh, we finished second. Oli's at the wheel, 74 points, yada yada. We brought in Ronaldo, we brought in Sancho, we brought in Varane. It's about to be lit. Worst season up until that point. Like, it's actually crazy. I mean, to be fair though, Chelsea have low-key done the same thing. Like, Ladders, I don't know if you remember that 2020 transfer window. That was I remember when the way people were talking about it, that was supposed to be like part 2 of like the 04 one, where it's like, oh, we got our new core for like the rest of the decade or whatever.
Oh,
so
after the transfer ban, yeah, when Lampard got given a war chest and spent 50 million on Chilwell. Yeah, I remember that.
Oh, God, bro. Yo, people actually want that dude back, bro. That's cool.
I agree with this, but again, I just don't think like the players that I really want to go, like Bruno, things like that. I just don't think that's happening, unfortunately.
Like I said,
he's the one player that's going.
Everyone, whether it's the players, the back.
Why are you laughing at Kay? I want Bruno out of here.
The thing is, right? The thing is, right? If you guys get rid of like Rashford and like Anthony and which you guys, I agree, you should.
Yeah.
But if you still keep Højlund as your main 9, you're not going to have
on the
goals.
wing. Good Lord.
You're not going to have goals.
And
that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not saying you'll get relegated. Obviously not. But being in the battle, or at least being 16th, 17th, I can genuinely see that. Especially if you guys get Champions League football, what you guys will do in the summer is like you'll make signings that look good on name but don't really fit. You won't sign a proper striker. You still have a Nana in goal. Your wing backs won't be wing backing like they should, and all of a sudden a few injuries, and then you're back to like 15.
Actually, now that I think about it, what would you say like United's 5 best transfers have been since like Ferguson? Like when you account for like price and like performance. And I think Bruno's one, by the way. I just may have put that out there. Like,
you think Bruno's what?
One, like easily number 1 on that.
You mean like one other? You're saying he's like number 1?
No, I think he's one. Like
Casemiro. I'll say.
Yeah, but look at that. You said Casemiro, but they signed him 2 summers ago, and they need to replace him.
And he cost 60 mil as a 30-year-old, and he scammed it for a year, and then fell off.
It's just been
honestly, I don't know.
People can say
I'm literally sat here thinking, bro.
Like I'm looking at the good signings they made. People can say Zlatan, but aging, and he only played for a year. His second year he was injured, and then he left in January.
And he left.
You look at Cavani, he only played for like I think a year and a half, maybe 2 years. He was aging.
Was a poor one.
Aging. People can say Pogba, but people can say Pogba, but you never found a partner for him, and it didn't work out. People can say Martial was quality when you signed him young, but injuries got to him, and he never had a real position in the team. Like,
yo, low-key, Fellaini's on our list.
United. Let's not even go there. Okay, I'm sorry.
I was about to say, if we're talking about transfers in United, we're better off talking about career killings because then the list.
Yeah, Sanchez was trash at United.
Yeah, look,
Igalo, Weghorst.
Bro, the best thing about Sanchez at United was the piano, bro.
No, the best thing about
wanted to come back, bro. He wanted to come back.
He wanted to go back to Arsenal.
Yeah, bro was there for a month. Was like, bro, I made the worst mistake of my life, and he was
like, I fucked up, bro.
And he was making like over 300K a week, and he was like, yo, this was terrible. I don't know what.
At 315, he's still wanting to leave, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, so, okay. Actual seriously. So Bruno's my one.
And even if you want to say Bruno, which I'm not even going to say I disagree, but people will say Bruno, he played well for like 18 months, 2 years, and then he fell off GA-wise. And people will say Man United have had their worst ever seasons with Bruno in the team as their main guy.
But I would say it would be incredibly disingenuous to act like that's.
Oh, yeah, but regardless, even the good signings still don't look that great when you delve in.
Because I think Bruno was like,
Think of any.
20, was like 30 mil, 30, 40.
You can say Ahmad, he's cool, but he's only started playing in the team.
Wasn't Ahmad like 70 or like
20.
50 or something like that?
I thought it was like 30 something.
20. It says 21 here.
But even with Ahmad, he only started playing in your actual team recently. You guys bought him like 4 years ago.
Yeah, that was 21.
So we can't count him. Yeah, we're not going to count him. But if we're going to count him, therefore, Bruno has probably been their best signing, and that's it.
Yeah.
You can't really get a top 5.
There isn't a top 5, bro.
We could do the top 5 worst. Yeah.
I'm saying, like, if you want to flip it.
Let's not do that, please. My head's already gone. I just bought some bleach, okay? Don't do this to me right now.
No, don't see
to be fair, you guys, bro, we can make a whole you can make a whole stream out of that. So
no, you really could. Like we could literally sit here and be like, go ahead.
Now I know what I'm going to be doing for the offseason. I'm just going to be going through each team's worst transfers.
I know. I need to do that. Low key.
Bro, we can do it for all our clubs. We can cope together.
Speaking of worst transfers, thank you for Mount, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Oh, there you go.
You just keep wanting to eject yourself in the stream.
When I saw Mount and Havertz being sold for a combined 130 mil, oh my god, that was
that's the best thing. That's the best thing Clear Lake have done since they came to your club.
No, actually dead ass like that. I could not believe my eyes. I could not believe my eyes.
Like that is insane business. Like that's levels of business, bro.
Yeah, I cooked the whole day.
No, Clear Lake are good at selling players for some reason.
And you know what? Clear Lake could do it again. And Kunku to Arsenal this summer. Could do it again.
Okay. Let's get this.
We can stop it right there, then, man. We can stop it right there, bro.
Prime, we're gonna fight.
All right.
Listen, I told you Sterling would go to Arsenal. Remember, I told you last summer. And Kunku's going to Arsenal now. Watch.
Now stop washing your fucking mouth on us, bro. Leave us alone.
Trying to speak this shit into existence, bro. Forget it.
Sunshine, peoples, like and subscribe. I'm out of here. Right, people, my brothers tomorrow. Make sure you lock in.
Lee said he's gonna rate, so I'm gonna stay live for just a minute. But good, thank you, Don C.
Big up, bro.
All right, well, we can keep talking because Lee said he's about to raid, so we'll keep talking.
Okay, let's do this for Arsenal now. Worst transfers since Wenger left, bro. So since like what 2018.
So it's 28.
Worst transfers.
I have this really cool side up. Let me get Arsenal on here. Let me see.
Oh, if you could just pull it up, we can just bang through these. Yeah.
Oh, you want to do like a tier list or whatever?
No, I'm just pulling up a transfer market site.
Okay, got you. Because I'm not gonna lie, I already knew who I think I have for number 1. I'm not gonna hold you.
No, I think I do too, man.
For worst?
Yeah, worst. Yeah.
Okay.
And this is accounting, and for me, it's accounting also for like how much money you actually paid to bring.
No, yeah. Like what's it called? Like value, like in terms of like how much you paid. 100%.
Yeah.
Like massive part, bro.
Because the guy I have in mind is probably not the worst player you guys have signed. I thought he was gonna cook that.
Oh, in terms of what's it called? In terms of like value for money, bro, he's 100% in the top 3. Like,
I'm gonna laugh if we're saying this and like 2 different people because we're just acting like we def for sure have the same person. It's not funny.
Hey, bro, I know, bro. There's one guy I know that's 100%. He is stapled in. He is stapled in, not getting out, bro. He's firmly in that penitentiary.
Why is this being weird for Arsenal?
Nah, David Luiz is crazy. Yeah, I don't know what Arsenal were doing when they just kept signing Chelsea's like sloppy seconds, but it was actually crazy how many times.
But, hey, Arteta loves it, bro.
Like no, but even before
it's not even just Arteta, bro. Because bro, we can go all the way back to like players like Gallas and shit, bro.
Yeah, no, I know. But Arteta has signed, I think, just as much Chelsea players than you guys did before Arteta.
I'm not gonna. We're about to find out, but it probably is true. I'm not gonna. That's probably true. Like I guarantee it.
What year do we want to go to here?
He says what's it called since Wenger left. So what's it? 2019. Oh my god, bro! Look at the amount of money we were spending. That bro, 2019 summer, bro, 50 million. My fucking lord.
Well, Lucas Torreira, bro, was good for like, what was decent for like.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, shout out Lucas Torreira, bro. He just hated England, bro. I'm not gonna lie, he was a little dog for that one season. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he was a dog. Bro. That's fine.
Hey, SK, do you remember when Arsenal fans said that Kante is the Black Torreira?
Oh, I do remember that. Yeah, they were fucking.
Nah, listen, bro. What's it called? That
Look,
Spurs, bro.
look,
What's it called? That Spurs game at home when he smacked in his first goal. Oh my god, absolute scenes.
So we go up here.
It's the worst.
Where's he at? Where's he at? Hey, there we go. There we go. That's my number one.
Nah,
I wanted
okay.
to
If we
vote
looking
on
at
that
if we
top
looking at
10.
it from a money perspective, he's 100% got to be in there because I'm pretty sure he's record.
Wait, who are you guys talking about?
So about
Nicholas.
Pepe.
Okay. Yeah, 80.
80 million euros, bro. Yo, it is crazy because that what's it called? That
I
summer
think-
he was actually like one of like hella people were like he was linked everywhere.
Nah, that's
Big,
true, bro. I
big
thought
money. He was on
smaller.
smoke the season before. Like, look at these
Bro,
sign.
I think
Like,
he
look
was-
at these
I think he
signings,
was- I think
bro.
he was like Edu's like one of Edu's like first signings. Or something.
Like, look how early we invested in Saliba, bro. We bought this guy in 2019.
That's crazy.
No,
30
30
million,
too is
bro.
crazy,
That's 100% up there. Like, if we do like best, he's 100% in there.
Yo, Kiyachiri was good for like a year, and then he just
Another
disappeared.
Chelsea right here.
Louise, was it? Even like look how like all these like even last one Saka first came into the first team. Like,
Mhm.
oh my god, Danny Ceballos, bro. Oh my god, the Beyblade himself. Bro. I'm saying, I got a personal vendetta with that guy. Thank
And then,
God his
look,
shit was
Odegaard here.
like, oh my god.
2020.
Like what's it called? Partey for 50 mil is that
Partey.
like that's one of the good ones as well. And
Bro,
Gabriel, that's another one up
Y'all
there
were
for.
rating league. Yo, y'all were rating the French league, weren't you, bro?
Oh yeah, 100%, bro.
Yeah, no, because yeah.
Yo, Runnerson, that's easily like Arteta's worst signing, bro. I'll never forget that Man City game in that League Cup 4-1, bro. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. When I seen that free kick go in, bro, I'm not even joking when I tell you I literally just started. I
Oh,
was
big
literally
up,
in
Lee.
tears.
Thank you for the raid. Big up, Lee. All right.
Yeah, big up, big up.
And then what's it called? There's Willian as well.
Nah, shout out to my boy William, though. Even though I hated him every single year he was at Chelsea, I'm not gonna lie.
Yo, when I tell bro, those first
this girl came up in.
6 months, bro. Those first 6 months where he was playing and this guy was literally undroppable. I was like, yo,
Bro,
what does this?
what
what level of nudes does this guy have on Arteta, bro? How
I
does this guy
loved
start
William
him?
when he was at Chelsea. I loved William when he was at
Oh,
Chelsea.
I never particularly liked him. I'm not gonna.
Why?
Like,
Bro, he cooked first game. He cooked first game, 2 assists on his debut. He's shit for the rest of his career. He was red shit for the rest of his time, bro.
For those
I
of you
do
just
remember that.
joining, we've been talking about best and worst transfers for clubs. So we're looking at Arsenal right now. We do have Arsenal fan on the panel as well. So we'll go up to 21-22.
Benjamin. You just spent 60 million.
Oh my
50,
God.
yeah, what's it called? 50 mil pounds, bro. Yo, I'm not gonna lie. I haven't like seen it as much, but like when he came in, I've never seen a player get like over criticized for his price. Like the amount of people that were saying Ben White, 50 mil. What the like? Who the fuck is paying this money for him, bro? This guy was getting that first season he was getting absolutely fucking slaughtered, bro. But like I'm not gonna lie, because like when he was playing at center back, the guy was looking shaky.
Benny
And then
Blanco.
went to right back the next year and became Benny Blanco, bro.
Yo, Brighton, they are some scammers, bro. Gosh,
Brighton,
damn.
that's who needs to be studied. We need to take notes from Brighton, low key, because
Well, and Benfica too. Benfica be scamming dudes like crazy.
crazy.
Mhm.
But big up, Lee. Thank you again for the raid, and shout out to everyone joining. Please hit the like button. Yeah, we'll go to Liverpool. We gotta look at Chelsea as well.
Yeah, we know we don't. We don't
But
have to
Chelsea,
do
we're gonna be here all fucking day with the
that.
amount
Yeah,
of
you don't have
players.
to do that. I'm not gonna lie.
Trossard.
Trossard,
alright.
that was
Look at
Yeah, I think for the price that you-
Jorginho as well. Yo, I swear, there's been a Chelsea player every like.
Zinchenko and Jesus.
Yo,
I'm not gonna lie.
when we saw, I was actually like really like excited like when Jesus came in because
Jesus. I all I remember was that first game against Leicester where he just
he dog walked Fofana.
No,
bro.
I'm not gonna lie. When Chelsea signed Fofana first, bro, I was really upset because I remembered because that was like 2 weeks after that Leicester performance where Jesus actually he violated him. Bro.
He dog, bro. I'm telling you right now, them first 6 months, this 22-23 season, this guy was like best player.
He
in the
was
entire
like
team.
that.
This
He was
guy
like
was
that.
better than Saka, Odegaard. This guy was the best player in the team.
No, he was. I can't even. Yeah, those first 3 months in 2022, he was on demon time for no reason.
Like, bro, from the start of the season to that World Cup, this guy was on absolute smoke, bro. And then them 2 knee surgeries finished him. And then Vieira 35 is low key up there for another one that's trash. Like that's another crazy overpay.
Yeah.
Just send the guy straight back on loan.
Because bro just never played.
Nah, and what's it called? We're probably gonna sell him. We're probably gonna sell him back there in the summer.
God, I
Also,
cannot
again, I
believe
want to thank
Declan
you for
Rice
your
has that
service
much
on
money.
time.
That
What do you
is
think of this though?
that is money well spent.
No, Declan Rice. No, Declan Rice. No, Declan Rice was 105 mil, but the add-ons make it more.
But still,
Yeah, they probably had the full thing. Yeah, because we paid 64 for Havertz. This thing says 75.
This is that including add-ons and stuff. Here's the thing, right? I don't think any players after 100 mil, right? But if you're gonna spend big money on players, you gotta make sure you get your best as close as you can for value for money. And for Arsenal, they're not just signing a defensive midfielder with Declan Rice. You're signing a leader. You're signing a captain.
Exactly, bro.
Signing someone who turns up and performs in big games. I've wanted Declan Rice for years at Chelsea, bro. When he was
He
at
was
West
a
Ham,
link for time as well. Bro. I remember they was talking about him amount. It was like
I watched him break through at West Ham. And what annoys me is the massive prop he's getting when he was at West Ham, and I was telling people this guy is one of the best DMs. When I'm telling people he sits with Partey and like Rodri and Casemiro, they're one of the best DMs around in Europe. People are laughing at me, saying, "Oh, he's English. What can he do? He can turn up in big games. He's not that good." This guy's England's best midfielder.
I've been saying, and like, what's it called? Vader could talk about City walked away, paid money. I was like, bro, but you guys still put 90 mil on the table. Like, that's still like, what's it called? We only paid 15 more. Like, you guys put bare bread on that. You guys put bare bread on the table. Like, you can say he walked away, but you still smacked down like the back and try to get it.
Maybe Rice is not worth it for Man City because you had at that point.
Yeah, because they already have like Rodri in them.
A better team and a complete team. Arsenal needed leaders.
Literally, 100%.
Why Jorginho getting him on for how much you signed him for 10 mil in January?
Yeah, something like that, cheap as hell.
It makes sense because you needed leaders in your team. Declan Rice makes sense.
You said how much was he actually with add-ons? Without add-ons?
Like 64.
Yo, appreciate y'all for that. Also,
that's crazy.
And by the way, you signed Havertz to play midfield.
Yeah, that's the worst part.
After he was just frauding as a striker.
Because what's it called? He was like, when Xhaka left, he came in before Rice, so they were like, okay, he's gonna go in that left 8 spot. But then what's it called? Like, it's crazy because you got Rice there, you got that you got that sack of shit in the middle, and then you got Timber underneath. And I'm not gonna lie, there's that like it's crazy. Arteta's best signing has been the defenders, bro. Like all the best like value for money ones have been in defense.
Oh, and
Timber,
also,
Saliba, Gabriel. Well, actually, to be fair, what's it called? Saliba wasn't signed under him, but
one of the last manager to play Rice in midfield. Super Frankie Lampard, and look how that turned out. I pay Havertz in midfield, I should say. But it's cool.
All right.
I already knew, bro, when
I'm
this guy coming in.
This one.
He was not.
So we're gonna switch to Liverpool now. The champs.
Liverpool do things,
the champs.
Oh my god, my phone's gonna be up. My phone's gonna be blowing up all summer, bro.
I know.
So I can only imagine what it is for you guys.
Yeah, Allison came in.
Obviously, amazing signing, bro.
Yeah.
When bro actually played, he was like that, bro. I remember when he was at Leipzig, bro was a dog. Like he could literally do. He was one of those 8s that could pretty much do anything you asked him to do.
Yeah, but injuries killed Keita.
Yeah, injuries killed him though. Fabinho, obviously another great signing. Shaqiri was a good bench player for them. I thought he was decent when he was at Stoke as well.
Yeah,
good technical ability. Was one of those he had a weird build because he was short but mad stocky. So you couldn't really get him off the ball because he had a good center of gravity and some mass to him.
Even Fabinho, I thought Fabinho because I remember Liverpool lost that Champions League final. They announced that they're signing this guy literally the next day.
Well, because Fabinho was good at Monaco too.
Yeah, because he was part of that cracked Monaco team that had
Mendy, I think at Monaco he played at right back a lot as well. And then he did. Yeah, so I didn't even realize he was a DM until
he was part of Real Madrid's academy.
Yeah, he was. And have you seen that picture of him at 19 years old with the bald fade already? It was crazy.
I mean, he's still bald, to be fair.
I mean, I'm also looking
at 19. Well, he already had the freaking I'm 40. The 45-year-old man with 2 kids type of haircut, bro. It was wild.
To be fair, Fabinho got washed quite early. He might have had kids already.
It might have been scamming those papers.
Family, bro.
Now Liverpool are actually a funny
Like,
club.
This is look at how much money they spent. 10 mil.
That's what I'm saying.
Like,
That's what I was looking at.
Okay,
Okay, so this one was obviously expensive, right? Because we had these, but then you move up
Mm-hmm.
to 1920.
They spent 10 mil the season before they won the league, bro.
And they had 40 mil leave. So that was
Ridiculous.
Now shout out to Adrian, bro. Adrian, you football legend, bro. Bro, man's helped the greatest hate watch of all time, bro.
All right, then we go up to 2021, 84.
So the main signing Jota, Thiago,
Yo, when they signed Thiago, I was like, I thought when Thiago was gonna go into that midfield, because I thought like that like elite creator was like the only thing you could say like that Liverpool team was missing, because like they were more like there was a lot more like runners in there. I was like, if they put him in there, I was like, you add like that, and then like Thiago, like of all people, I thought they were gonna go up another level, bro. But injuries is another one that killed him.
Because like his stock pretty much reached his peak.
Because he just won the Champions League. He just won the Champions League with Bayern.
They reached his peak after that 2020.
They really are, Peter. They really are. They're the anti-Chelsea for real.
And then Diego Jota, I always thought was weird because at Wolves he was exclusively a left winger. So
no, him and Jimenez, like as like a duo, like them two were cold that year.
Yeah, no, they were. So I always thought it was weird because I was like, okay, you brought him in for like 45. Like, where is he going to be playing on here? And then you kind of just turn him into like an auxiliary striker, which I guess it's technically worked out for them in the end. So,
all right, moving up.
Yeah.
Oh. Konate,
yeah, this is a terrible window. This is a terrible window, bro. I mean, Konate is good. Diaz is.
Ben Davies. Sorry, with the loan, but
Diaz for 50. Like, there's no way they couldn't have gone somebody better for 50 mil. I'm not gonna lie, but
hold on. Taiwo Awoniyi played for Liverpool.
Yeah, that's down here.
What? I didn't even know that.
He was down here. Yeah.
He was part of their academy, no?
Yeah, he's part of their academy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, I
don't know. Is this? I mean, Lewis. I don't know.
Diaz is like hot and cold for me, bro.
Yeah.
Like when I watch him play.
I will say that Diaz came in with the expectation to replace Mane, because Mane during the season, like the first half of the year, like you could tell he wasn't like the same player anymore, and so much so they had to switch him into center forward to get the best out of him for that year. So
yeah, and then they put like Diaz on the left.
Yeah. And he was all right for that half a season, but he never really pushed on from that. Like he stayed very stagnant. So
yeah,
Konate is another one that also had injuries as well. Like I can't believe I still can't believe like they really try to put this guy in sleeper conversations, bro. I was like, but
Konate is genuinely. I think Konate is genuinely like amazing when he plays though, and even at Leipzig, like
I don't know, bro. I feel like he's got like he kind of reminds me of like Gabriel, like before like we started title challenging. Like he's like he can play good, but like sometimes I watch Konate, I feel like he's got a bozo mistake, bro. I feel like he's got a bit of bozo gene.
Konate's like a worse version of like Varane. That's what I would say.
I don't know, bro. I think that's a bit too high.
Well, that's why I said worse.
Big up, Hugo. Oh, big up. Okay, moving on up. Ooh, that's a lot.
Oh, there it is.
That's a lot.
Bro. Darwin knew.
He was that much. Of course, that's probably add-ons as well, but
nah, even still, like paying. So like into. I mean, it's not like that. It's not like they're gonna pay for that. It's not like they're gonna pay for the add-ons, bro.
Was he good at Benfica? I don't know.
No, he was good for like a year. I think he had like.
Yeah, he had one season. Like he was like that one. He was like literally one season wonder type shit.
Well, because the thing is there was like Benfica played Liverpool in the Champions League in like the knockout round. I remember him.
I swear he scored against them as well.
Yeah, no, I think he did. So I don't know if it was that combined with his numbers. So they thought what was like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell you.
And then he had Gakpo.
Nah, but like he is like fully like blown
he was
like
that
flop,
much
bro.
money.
He's like fully like blown flop because like even like his first season, like this guy was starting, like this guy was getting hella starts and everything still, and he was still missing, bro. And like the lack of it, and like no, like there's like no improvement like the season after. Gakpo, I think Gakpo's been a good signing. Like
Gakpo at
42,
PSG,
I think 42 is like very good, bro. 42.
No, when Gakpo was at PSV, I thought he was gonna be a dog, bro. Because I remember like,
even at the
in
World Cup, I thought he balled as well.
and even in the Europa League, because I remember he cooked against you guys too. Like in the, I think it was.
Oh
in the
yeah,
group
bro.
stage.
That.
Yeah, when he
had,
because he was playing under. I think Van Nistelrooy was still coaching the team at the time. Like, so he looked. So I thought like when Liverpool signed him for like as cheap as they did, like I was genuinely like jealous because like I thought he was gonna be like that. Like I still think he's been good, but like I thought he was gonna reach another level. Like I thought that was gonna be the actual Mane replacement, but like he's not quite that level. But I still think he's pretty good though.
Ooh.
Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
SpongeBob. I'm not even gonna lie. At Leipzig, I remember this guy was smacking him free kicks like it was nothing, bro. Like this guy was scoring bangers, bro. Like outside the box, like it was nothing. And then this guy, and then he comes to the Prem, bro. He turns into a roadrunner. It's like, this is crazy because like you can see like there's definitely ability, bro, but like just can't unlock it. And like they just know like if Liverpool gonna get the best, like building the team around him is not the way to go. So. Even like McAllister, 40, like what's it called? They probably pay like 30 something for him. That's another steal right there. It was always Brighton, bro. It's always Brighton with these players.
No, what the heck? What the heck? And then you have, obviously Gravenberch and Endo, which.
And the Gravenberch one, I think, honestly, that one I have to give complete credit to Slot because like. Gravenberch.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Because when he was at Ajax, because I think he was at Ajax before Bayern, like he was basically a box to box guy. Like that was what he was. So for him to see that and then be like, "Nah, I think you could play. I think you could be in a 6." Like, that's what coaches do, bro. Like you mold your players to fit roles that you can see them doing. So, credit to Slot for that. Because before that, because I think bro didn't even play that much last season because.
No, he didn't.
Nah, definitely, not as much.
Because the way Klopp wanted him to play, like he couldn't really do that role. So,
and then last summer,
So they got their what's it called? Their Allison replacement, which I'm not too convinced on. That's the Marsh Davili guy. I've not watched much of him, but like apparently
I think he's decent, bro. I watched him against I went up when Valencia beat Real Madrid, bro. He was making save after save, bro. Like,
but I feel like
he's that decent.
I feel like this guy's one of those goalkeepers, kind of like God, what's his name? The guy that you guys got from
Ramsdale.
Yeah, he's like, I think he reminds me a lot of Ramsdale, where it's like, when the game is like when Liverpool are getting like when there's a lot of pressure and he has to be actively engaged,
like a volume type of keeper. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, the volume type goalkeeper. But to be fair though, I mean at Valencia haven't been good since like 2019. So like. Obviously, like I don't know how well.
Like I remember, like bro, like we was playing them, and when we made the Europa League final, we played them in the semis, bro. And like now they're like La Liga mid-table, and like only in space of like 5 years.
Well, that's because they run us trash.
Chiesa is another one that's got finished by injuries, bro. When that lockdown season, bro, when he was at Juve, he was cooking. I remember watching this kid. I was like, yo, who is this guy? This guy's frying guys on the wing. Then he had them injuries, bro. Even at the Euros for Italy. And then the injuries, no one that killed him, bro.
Do you think Zubamendi would have made an impact if he actually went?
Oh, 100%. Yeah, I feel like what's it called? Like him, like I feel like him and like because they were gonna get him before was it McAllister, right?
No,
like, it was gonna be Gravenberch and him.
No, because McAllister came in like 2 years ago. Because like I think got McAllister like right after the World Cup.
Did he? Oh yeah, he did. Okay, then. But yeah, I still think like he's still 100% like would have had like a big contribution. I feel like what's it called? Like
for sure.
I feel like footballing wise, like they'd be like a much better team if like Zubamendi was in that midfield as well.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it'd be way more technical in there. It's so crazy because like Liverpool gone like they fully like if they got Zubamendi, they would have gone from like pure road runners to having like Gravenberch and Zubamendi in there. It's like crazy.
But I think they've been on that trajectory for a while though, because like remember like 2019, bro. Like it was like Henderson, Fabinho,
Wijnaldum.
Which for Wijnaldum was probably out of those three was probably like the most technical. But like,
yeah.
But like still, yeah. So you really only had like one technical-ish midfielder, and then like basically all of their build-up and stuff was just coming from like their fullbacks. So yeah.
Yeah, even like James Milner was still getting games then.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to
This
be
was
fair,
fun.
though, like,
I want to do this again during the summer when people actually start making moves and revisit this. But that was fun. I like it. We are going to redirect here to Flawless. He's about to go live with Liverpool fans, the beige and red. So I'm sure he's going to have to.
I'm sure he's about to have the best stream of his life today.
No, but before we go, I put SK and Corey's channels in the title. So please subscribe to them and show them love. Do you guys have any streams or anything coming up this week? Talk about.
Okay, you go first, man.
What's it called? I got PSG preview dropping on Tuesday, and then watch along as well. So yeah, big up.
Nice.
I've been a bit lazy as of late, but I need to I want to get a stream done where I'm basically like doing power rankings for it's like kind of like last month and a half of football.
Okay.
I was probably gonna like come with like have like a stream for like the end of the season, probably like a Champions League preview as well. And then I've also been looking to make more player analysis videos because I haven't done that in a while either. So that's kind of what I have cooking up right now.
Cool. Prime, what about you? I know you have a channel, but you got anything coming up? You doing something exciting? You clipping up some people? What are we doing? Is he there?
I was about to say, I thought Prime was like frozen. That's like 7 minutes.
No, I'm not frozen. I'm just doing something. I've got Mud with us tomorrow on Sheik's channel, 10 p.m. K time. I don't know. Will I have anything made? Probably not.
Okay.
Actually, maybe. Did you? I might go through some of the watch alongs some people did and see what happened.
Oh Lord. Okay. Well.
Why
did you say, guys? If Prime's not on the stream, he's probably clipping someone up somewhere.
Yeah, I know.
Wait, Sunshine, did you say or do something? You said don't know. You said don't know. So did you say or do something?
No, I don't know. I don't know what I did.
Maybe there'll be a Sunshine.
Thanks
Another
again
one.
to Saeed and Lee for the raids. I really appreciate that, and thank you again for to Samurai for the super chat. Really appreciate that. It's been great. Yeah, we have Europa League coming up this week, so I will be doing all that. You know, getting ready for our first match versus Bilbao, which is going to be so much fun. So,
yeah, I love it. Keep it coming.
So, yeah, be on the lookout for that. Omar just rated, so thank you, Omar. We're gonna send all this love to Flawless, okay? So we can help support him as he has to deal with Barnes.
Trust me, guys. He's gonna need it. He's gonna need it.
He's gonna need it because they are 2 Liverpool fans, and I know they're gonna give him.
He's literally about to get terrorized for 2 hours.
Yeah. So thank you guys for joining. Big up to you all, and we'll see you in the next stream. Goodbye.